Oh, yeah. Playoff basketball is just giving us more and more and more, y'all. Last night, round 2 started. And as you can see by the title of the show, the Minnesota Timberwolves stole game 1. Could you say steal? They won game 1 in a pretty convincing fashion, too. Pretty convincingly. And so we're going to get into that. We also got to talk about how the New York Knicks absolutely tied their Timberlands to the top, double knotted it, both feet, and put them both. I'm talking about shoved them both up the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what? We are definitely going to talk about the Knicks win, a big win. 137-98. And then we're going to talk about the Timberwolves pulling it out against the San Antonio Spurs. We also got some other rumblings around the league, people being hired as executives, people being hired as coaches, all of that good stuff. So we are going to get into everything. But fellas,
playoff games tonight. Don't leave that part out. That's very important.
Definitely got to talk about the games tonight. We got 2 more games. LeBron will be lacing it up against SGA. You know, we got some good stuff. But as of right now, the Minnesota Timberwolves, San Antonio Spurs, what are our thoughts on this game? I was surprised.
Penn, I think a lot of times when we see players that do things that are polarizing, we have a tendency to focus on that one thing. And when we do that, we completely leave out the other stuff that other guys are doing. So Wemby is such a polarizing figure as a rim protector and as a shot blocker. He is fantastic at man in the paint, thwarting shots, running your offense out of the paint. And I think that as the defender, as a rim protector particularly, I think he's the best in the game. But what I think he's done is I think he's taken the attention off of how awesome of a defender Rudy Gobert is. I don't think people pay attention to that nearly as much as they should. Like if you guys would sit down and watch Rudy Gobert as a defender and understand what shifts are, guarding the rim, understand getting around screens, understand navigating screens, and not just as an on-ball navigator. I'm talking about being able to help your guys navigate through screens, being able to defensive rebound, things like that, calling out shifts, being able to cover for guys, closing out. Things like that matter so much as a defender. But because one guy is so awesome at this one thing, and we want him to be so awesome, period, that we leave out the other things that I think that are really important from these other guys. And what Rudy did yesterday as a defender, I think was fantastic. He baited Wemby into a couple of shots that I thought were really good. In addition to him baiting him into shots that I thought were really good, I thought that his rotations were fantastic. And yes, Mars, Rudy can't catch, and it drives me nuts. It makes me insane that he can't catch the basketball consistently. He can catch, he just can't catch the basketball consistently, right? For every one time he catches it, he'll drop it 2 or 3 times where we can get a dunk. But
he could catch COVID.
Yeah, but with that being said, right? With that being said, like I'm watching Rudy. There was a play in the second quarter where Wemby is flashing in the paint to the middle of the paint. Well, Rudy comes across and not an elbow, just a body check, just to drive him up the lane, which now drives him, instead of him getting the ball in the middle of the lane, he ends up driving him all the way to the long ball line on the right side of the floor. When he does that, now Rudy is baiting him in to a 3. Well, the shot clock is now running down, and that's a bad shot. I mean, that's the kind of defense that I'm talking about when I talk about Rudy. I'm not just talking about him just blocking shots. It's stuff like that where this kid Shannon is getting screened, where Rudy is coming across. This was late in the third quarter, where Rudy is coming across, and not late. It was late. It was either late in the third quarter or in the fourth, where Rudy is coming across, and he's giving him enough room to go under the screen. Rudy's the best drop big in the league, and able to recover and get back to Wemby, to stay on Wemby to the point where Wemby doesn't get clean looks. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when I talk about being a defender. I just think that he is so awesome as an individual defender, and how much he bolsters his team defense. And I don't think we pay attention to it as much as we should.
He's cool. He's all right.
I agree.
I don't appreciate PC putting him on Bill Russell graphics, but you know, he is an all-time defender.
I agree.
I think he is too. I do. I think he is too. Yes. And Ron, I think that we need to talk about, because Mars actually ran it down to me a while ago, and I think it's important to mention when a guy isn't awesome at a bunch of different things, coaching is important where we could use a guy in this one specific thing. Shannon is one of the better downhill guards that I've seen. I ain't realized he was that good at getting downhill. I just didn't, because I probably because I didn't see it enough. I didn't see it enough, and it's almost like they gave him the green light, and he went after Dylan Harper yesterday. Whenever Dylan Harper was in front of him, go after him. And yes, Mars, he might not be able to consistently knock down an open shot, and he might get lost in rotations defensively. But I'll tell you what he can do, boy. He can speed that offense up, and he could put the ball on the floor, and he could put a lot of pressure on that defense. And I think that that's a big deal for Minnesota's offense. Huge.
We can acknowledge that Dylan Harper outplayed him, right?
What, Terrence Shannon?
Yeah.
I can acknowledge that he scored more. I can acknowledge that.
No, he outplayed him.
I can acknowledge
Yeah,
that.
but Penn, this isn't a Dylan Harper versus Terrence Shannon segment. I mean, if you want to turn it into that, we can. But
it's not.
Dylan Harper's better than Terrence Shannon, and Dylan Harper. It's a reason why he's the number 2 pick. But like what Terrence Shannon brings for this team, which chill. I was with you when you said it a couple days ago. I've been on this train for as long as I can remember. Terrence Shannon needs to be playing.
He should be playing,
based on his strengths. Terrence Shannon will bend your defense. And if you don't bend your defense, he's either A, going to the free throw line, B, gonna try to dunk on somebody, or he'll miss the layup. And then we'll be right back doing the same thing next play. Like Terrence Shannon, he was huge for them this last series, and he was huge for them last night. And he's just one of them players. He is a spark. Yeah, and that's one. But Penn, you know what that does for you, for your team? Just having a guy that's fearless, having a guy that doesn't care. And on top of that, once again, you're going to focus on Anthony Edwards. Now you're going to focus on Jaden McDaniels more. You're going to focus on Julius Randle. So when you have this other dude who we can't really focus on, we know about him, but we can't really focus on him. And on top of that, we're not necessarily exhausting one of our better defenders on him. And he just gets to the rim at will consistently. That does something for your defense.
I appreciate what he said after the game too. He said he's gonna have to block me. He's gonna just have to keep blocking my shot. I'm not gonna stop. I like that. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those, like I love Wemby, but a lot of those blocks, they go tense. Like, at least 3 of them for sure.
And fouls.
Fouls, goaltends, yeah, for sure.
The nigga still got 9 of them.
She got more than that.
12. He had 12 yesterday.
I mean,
he had
12. Yeah, he had 12, but I think 3 of them probably shouldn't have counted.
That's what I'm saying. If you take away 3, the nigga still got 9 of them motherfuckers. So.
No, that's
He
facts.
fouled Rudy. He goaltended Randall, and he goaltended Shannon from my eye test. So 3 of them shouldn't have counted. But defensive reputation, a hell of a thing, man.
You've been saying that for a while, Mars. You have. You've been saying that for a while.
He gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Is what it is. Like he's
got
got
away with a lot of stuff,
right?
Yeah,
all time.
12.
Passing Andrew Bynum and I think it's Mark Eaton or something.
Oh, thank God.
That shouldn't matter to Wemby though.
Like, it's actually.
Wemby I mean, yeah, they lost. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm not even talking about like the wins or losses. I'm talking about damn goaltends and fouls. Try to block it. Try to block everything. Keep doing what you're doing, Wemby.
If they don't call it, you ain't a goaltend.
Yeah, but
I mean, that nigga had 2 fouls in the fourth quarter. Like going into the fourth quarter, nigga had 2 fouls with like 6 minutes left.
That's it. That's unbelievable.
But you have
to
keep like Terrence Shannon said. And that's what I've been speaking on like all season. It's like that's so what? It's a block shot. Keep going to the rim. Keep attacking him. Let's go straight at him. That's what you got to keep doing.
Do you think like this is where
I think that's a big deal, to be honest.
I think this game,
then you're taking away his rim deterrence in a way. If you're willing to just keep going up anyway.
you're also fueling transition for them.
Not really.
Yeah, because I mean, in theory, if the block is recovered, but there was a couple that wasn't recovered and led to open threes.
Right.
So it goes both ways.
And don't leave out, Mars, that you're not blocking every one of my shots, but keep going, Mars.
Exactly. Most of Wemby's value on defense isn't just from shot blocking; it's from the fact that people aren't willing to go up around him. The Timberwolves seem to have not got that memo. They're going up around him every time. So yeah, he's gonna block them. I think Jaden McDaniels said it. Like he's gonna get blocks, but if they keep attacking him, the deterrence factor of Wemby kind of is nullified in this series. And I'm not saying that means they're gonna win the series or whatever. but it does take away like that certain like set of value. It's like if every time we touch the paint, we're still looking to score, even if Wemby's down there, you don't get the, oh, look, Wemby's forcing them into these tough jumpers or whatever. It's like, he's actually not, because they're still winning to it. They shot 53% at the rim yesterday because they missed a lot because Wemby's down there.
Julius Randle.
But 40% of their shots were at the rim. If you look at the Spurs on the season, I want to say that that's like terrible for them. I'll just get the numbers. Teams this season, 29% of their shots came at the rim when they played San Antonio. So the fact that 40% of Minnesota's shots came at the rim, that says like a lot about, and Wemby played a lot of minutes as well. So that's not just lukewarm net tax. Like they're testing him. Like that's the same rim frequency as like teams that
have weaker bigs
go up against
Jokic.
Teams
that have weaker bigs. Absolutely.
Washington's rim frequency was 36%. Like teams shot 36% of their shots at the rim against Washington. The Timberwolves shot 40% of their shots at the rim against San Antonio. I think that says a lot about the deterrence factor. So yeah, Wemby might average 9 blocks a game. Like he genuinely might. But they go test every time.
What was their percentage against the Nuggets?
At the rim? No, like 68, 70.
Okay.
They shot 50. They shot 50. They shot 53% against San Antonio. So they missed a lot.
Yeah.
Like they missed a lot. But at the end of the day, 53% is still 53% on twos. Like that's still good offense, regardless of how you want to look at it.
I think he was asking what was their rim frequency against the Nuggets.
Oh, rim frequency?
They probably was in there a lot.
I think they could actually win this series. I would assume didn't play.
Nope.
Right? And Ant is probably at what, like 40%? He looked like he was fighting himself, and he was
36% against Denver. 36%.
So damn,
so it was high.
They think Wemby is more food than Jokic.
They're wrong.
I don't know if they think he's food. I don't know if they think he's food more than, to Ox's point. Like we just can't just sit out here and just let him stand in the paint. No, we can't do that. We got to go after him because first of all, Minnesota, Julius Randle is a big time downhill guy. Ant is a big time downhill guy. We play at the rim. We can't allow them to take that aspect of our offense away from us.
You got to keep Wemby active for sure.
We have to, Drench. We have to continue to go after him because if we don't, and now we just gonna rely on jump shots all night. That's all we're gonna do is rely on the long ball and rely on the 3 ball. No, we're not gonna win.
They didn't even shoot. They didn't even shoot that many threes yesterday.
For real, this game came down to experience. For me, it came down to experience. It came down to experience in the first quarter. It came down to experience in the first half. It came down to experience on that final shot. It was just this is one of the youngest teams in the league. They're hype as hell. They're feeling the pressure from that home crowd. And sometimes I just think, like, if you're a young team, starting the series out on the road isn't the worst thing in the world because all that pressure shifts to the home team to protect home court.
Sure.
Now you've lost home court. That old saying, the series don't start until somebody wins on the road. Well, the series just started right away. And shout outs to San Antonio for rallying back towards the end, but this one got a sting and they got to move on real quick, right? But I don't think your stars did not show up. Like Wemby, respect on the blocks. You can't be shooting this kind of percentage from you. You just can't be this bad.
See, Penn, that's where the divide between you and me comes because it's not your stars didn't show up. Like Minnesota got a damn good defense. They played damn good defense yesterday. It's not what San Antonio did yesterday was a result
if
of
I
Minnesota's
told you Mike
defense.
Conley is going to outplay De'Aaron Fox, you would test me for drugs.
That's exactly where I was going. Like we have to.
We're still going to test you.
There's 2 things that I want to talk about because I got 2 coaches. I got 2 coaches here. You 2 dudes, Drench and Ox. Talk to me about Bill. Talk to me about Finch because that dude is coaching his ass off over there. That's what he's doing. He's coaching his ass off.
like Finch.
I'm gonna be real with you though. Like, I think we was here. What was we here Friday? And I was talking about how Minnesota guards was just gonna give San Antonio guards trouble. I was telling y'all that, like, just the fact that they were so aggressive. Like, that was one of the points that I made on Friday. How aggressive those guards are on offense and defense, it wears on you. It wears on you even with Wemby. Like, yeah, he's a superhuman dude. He gonna block some shots, but at the same time, if he got to think about doing that shit 24 times a game, and I'm just guesstimating, like he had 12 blocks, double that times 2. He got to think about blocking some shit 24 times a game. That shit is hard. And then at the same time, now he just jumping at everything, and then now you kicking it out to shooters like Mike Conley. Like Mike Conley did a good job of understanding where to sit at in his pocket. Terrence Shannon did a good job of attacking, knowing when not to attack. So I just feel like, Chris Finch did a good job, but he got talent on that damn team. Like, and we got Jaden McDaniels as a real damn thing. Like that's that's a real thing. So
Finch has been a good coach. I've been trying to push, well, not trying. I've been pushing back on this whole Chris Finch is the problem thing forever. Like I think he's a decent coach, but it's more like Dren said, they have a good basketball team. I don't understand this title where the Wolves stunned the Spurs. Like this isn't an underdog situation at all. You know what I mean? And imagine Mike Conley playing a little bit of defense. Like who would have thunk it?
I don't think his defense was that good, but he did. Yeah,
he ain't fooled like everybody said he was.
Absolutely not.
He tried to draw an offensive foul. That was cool.
No, y'all tried to make it seem like he was slow-footed. He couldn't stay in front of nobody. Like Mike Conley is an intricate part of this team, y'all. Like
he's been really good he's been really productive in the playoffs. Shout out to Ant for that fourth quarter, offensively anyway.
That motherfucker shoot, boy. That motherfucker shoot. He probably don't even look 50%. But like just his shot making, and I don't know if this is a real thing or maybe my eyes are just deceiving me, because he doesn't have like the same athletic advantages that he's used to having. He's having to play with more poise and patience. Like it might be benefiting him in some ways, the fact that he can't just get right by you every time he wants. So like maybe when he is 100% next season, whatever, maybe we actually do see a better Ant because of what he's had to go through in like these playoffs. But he looked really good offensively in the fourth. Shout out to Julius Randle. Didn't have like an efficient game, but like he's just physically overwhelming for everyone. Well, yeah, for sure.
Like there's just no one who's physically able to match up with him. So he should be like
tried. But
Castle fouled out for a reason. Yeah, he fouled out for a reason. Like there's not a matchup for him now. If he's making like those intermediate shots, that's where like I think it really takes it up a level. But just with his physical imposition, as if the Wolves make free throws, this game is like borderline out of reach. Like,
and if Julius Randle give me two, maybe of that 8 for 20, if he goes 10 for 20 or 11 for 20, I think they.
He missed a couple layups. He wish he could get
a bunch of bunnies. Like he missed the one on Castle where he's trying to get Castle to foul him in transition, and he could have just laid it up.
That was on De'Aaron Fox. Was it
Fox?
De'Aaron,
It was De'Aaron Fox. He could have just laid it up. But Ox, to your point about coaching, we got.
Yo, chill. Right quick, I got breaking news. Factor Meals has just released a new menu. They just dropped something new. It is Cinco de Mayo, baby. And Factor Meals has something special for everybody out there. I just got to let you guys know, it is the playoff time, and I know we can all just get caught up in the playoffs. We can all get caught up in our everyday lives, and you could just forget to eat. Imagine you sitting there. You forgot to cook breakfast for your family. You forgot to pack a lunch for yourself and your kids. And it's the fourth quarter of a playoff game, and you about to pass out because you haven't ate all day. That's where Factor Meals comes into play. You simply go in the kitchen, heat and eat your meal, and you and the family are good to go. See, for me, eating healthy isn't really a willpower problem like some other people on the panel. It's a setup problem. It was being put in the right position until I found Factor Meals. Now with Factor Meals, I'm hitting all my nutrition goals this season without planning, without grocery runs, and without having to cook. You see, Factor Meals built around my goals, whether it's weight loss or overall nutrition, more protein, GLP-1 support, whatever the case may be, for strength and workout recovery. My Factor Meals Muscle Pro collection got me right. And that's why next PC weekend, I'm going to be flexing on Big Ox. I'm going to be putting Chill in a headlock. I'm going to be bodying up Swiper, because Factor Meals, every meal with Factor Meals, has been crafted with functional ingredients, lean protein, colorful veggies, whole foods, healthy fats. And now I'm fit, hip, and ready to rumble, just like the Minnesota Timberwolves. You guys need to know, Factor Meals is fresh and never frozen. They have over 100 rotating weekly meals, including globally inspired flavors like Mediterranean and Asian, so there's always something new to look forward to. Oh, in the shrimp and salmon. Mars, I'll tell you, it's quite the chef's kiss. Ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers straight to your door, so you have more time to do everything that you love this spring, heading into this summer. I use it. Chill uses it. Maybe Swiper uses it. Ox uses it. Everybody up here uses it. You should use it too. Head to factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off and use code playerschoice50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscriptions only while supplies last until 9/27/2026. Visit the website for more details, but make sure to use Players Choice 50 off. Sorry for the interruption, Shield, as you were saying.
We were talking about coaching, and I was telling Ox about how Coach Finch was coaching his ass off. San Antonio, what they started doing with Mike Conley, they were blitzing him and getting the ball out of his hands because Mike Conley stabilizes that offense, and I love that about them. That offense looks a lot calmer. That offense looks a lot more stable. It looks a lot more organized with Mike Conley at the helm. This is why me and Drench have been talking about getting lead guards, getting position guys back. With that being said, Rudy flashes he put Rudy in the middle of the paint, and with Rudy being in the middle of the paint, which I thought was great, put Rudy in the middle of the paint. Now that makes Wemby a roamer. Okay, Wemby, you want to be a roamer. What we're going to do is we're going to screen Wemby, and now we got outside shooters at the long ball line that Wemby can't get to. That's coaching for your ass right there. That is coaching for your ass. I'm loving what I'm seeing Finch do. I'm loving that.
Sure. I also want to take another step back to when y'all was talking about just attacking. Like I never understood the idea of letting the defense dictate what you do on offense. Like if we know if our defenses, we know we got this big guy down here that just is going to deter everybody, make them drive and kick it or whatnot. Like shouldn't we try to do the exact opposite of that? Like shouldn't we force him to do his job? Like shouldn't we force him to block 1,000 shots today?
Got to keep him active.
It never made sense to me to just allow the defense to dictate what you do on offense. Like that's what we try to do, right? We as the defense, we try to make the offense do what we want them to do. So correct. I feel like on defense, on offense, we're supposed to do the exact opposite of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I could get with
Ox, though, do you guys? Because I know Penn said that he believes that the Wolves can now win this series. Do you guys believe that this is a recipe for success, though? Like, just because I walked up to the biggest dude in the room and I knocked him out one time, don't mean I'm going to be able to come in here tomorrow and run up on him and drop him again.
The difference, though, is, Ron, that the dudes that was sitting over there at the table that was scared to get up, now they with you now. That's the difference. Like, you ain't going to walk over to that big dude by yourself and punch him in the face. Now you got 3 or 4 dudes with you that seen you punch him in the face and go, you know what? This dude ain't as tough as we think he is.
But chill though.
Behind you now.
I don't think the Wolves won because of their offense.
No, they did not.
I feel like we're misdiagnosing why they won. They scored 104 points. Like they won because they also guarded the Spurs really well.
I thought they did a great job on defense.
Like this series, I doubt, like if they keep this formula, I highly doubt they're going to be breaking 120 with regularity. Like I don't think that's really going to be happening. But if they're able to once again outscore the Spurs, they can win scoring 105. So I think we're misdiagnosing the reason for why they won.
I know why people want to pick the Spurs in this series, but all the things that everybody said about the OKC Thunder last year, they're too young to compete right now. They got to grow up, et cetera, et cetera. They got to take their bumps.
Yep.
I think that's what you got to say about the Spurs right now. They are really, really young, and they don't have Alex Caruso or someone like an Isaiah Hartenstein there.
They got Harrison Barnes there.
They do. I mean, they have De'Aaron Fox there. De'Aaron Fox been in the league for what, 10 years now?
Hey, Terrence Barnes is the what?
2017 draft. So
that's
Bismack Biyombo.
I mean,
respect to Bismack.
Kelly Olynyk been there.
That's fair, but I feel like their young guys are younger.
Mitch Johnson been through fire.
Like their young guys are younger than the OKC Thunder young guys. Like Wemby is a lot younger than Shea was last year. When you look at guys like J-Dub. That's still a guy who had like years of collegiate experience.
Played 3 years.
Steph Castle and Dylan Harper legitimately should be like juniors and like sophomores in college right now. And these guys are young as hell. And they were the least experienced team coming into this. So I think that their inexperience is really going to show it. There's 2 other reasons very quickly. Number one, there's this guy on Twitter who every single year has been able to predict the finals for whatever reason. Like he go back like 5-6 years and he's got it right. He predicted
that'd be fake, Pen. I mean, yeah, that'd be fake, Pen.
I don't know. I believe every conspiracy I hear, so I don't know. Like maybe I'm wrong, but like
as you were saying, Pen.
Nobody in the comments said he was lying. Like he go back like 5 years and he's predicted it correctly. And he had Minnesota. This formula that he has always predicted like the team that's going to come into the finals, and he predicted Minnesota would go to the finals because of X, Y, Z. And when you go down the checklist of a team that has all the ingredients, they literally have all the ingredients. If you believe Ant's a top 10 player, they were a top 10 defense, top 10 offense, top 10 3-point shooting team. Like they have all the checklists. The third reason, this is the stupidest reason that I actually low-key believe in Minnesota, is because I ran like 10 season simulations in NBA 2K, and I'm not even joking. Minnesota and New York ended up in the finals every single time. The only time it didn't happen is when Jalen Brunson got injured, and I think Cleveland ended up in the finals against.
Oh, that shit wrong.
Nice.
Bro.
Shit.
I don't know what to tell you. 2K Roddy knows something. I don't know. The fix is in.
I think the most
2K do be right about a lot of shit, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to 2K.
Sometimes.
I remember 2K18. They used to have the Warriors not winning the chips. So yeah, I don't care. I think the most interesting thing was, and this is something me and Ox spoke about. Like, I don't remember when it was, but Ox might remember the conversation. We want Wemby shooting threes.
We 100%.
Like, if you're a defense, you want him shooting. Now he's not going to go 0 for 8 every game, but he only took 9 2-pointers yesterday. And a couple of them were in the fourth, like putbacks and whatnot. Like, it's not even like he's getting down there. Like, this big man shooting threes thing, I'm gonna keep saying it. Like,
it's not a thing.
Ultimately, no one really cares.
It's not a thing.
Unless you're Cat or Porzingis and Wemby when he gets going. No one really cares about you standing out there shooting threes. If anything, it's what the defense wants.
It's what they want.
And like, I think you saw it yesterday. Like, ain't no one worried about Wemby out there shooting a bunch of jumpers.
Shooters.
I.e. Joel Embiid.
No way,
yeah, like Joel Embiid. Like, no one cares about him going out there shooting threes. Please shoot threes. That helps us.
But Jokic and Wemby are decent 3-point shooters,
and no one cares.
No, I understand. You and I very much disagree on that. I definitely think people care, but it's kind of weird that in back-to-back series now against Rudy Gobert, you have bigs taking a disproportionate number of threes and bricking all of them. So I'm just thinking, like, how good a defender is Rudy Gobert that he can make you miss from like 22 feet away and not even be contesting your shot?
I don't think he's making a miss. I just think they just taking bullshit ass shots that they don't need to be taking. Like Mar said, don't know.
No, I was one time I really saw like the quote unquote lack of experience. I can't remember like the specific time frame of the game, but like San Antonio going on a little run. I think they scored. I think they scored, got a stop, scored again, got another stop, and then Wemby comes and shoots a pull-up transition 3. I don't know if you guys remember the play. You might remember it like vaguely. He comes up, shoots a pull-up transition.
I think he got a block. He got a block before that.
He might have. I can't remember. Like,
I think he got a block before that. I think I know exactly what you're talking.
And then that just killed the whole run. Like there's no reason you're going on a run because you're getting stops, getting out and scoring at the rim, and then Wemby decides to just pull up a transition 3 for no reason. Obviously, he missed. He was 0 for 8, but it's like that type of stuff. Like, you gotta understand time and score. You gotta understand like the context of the game. Like, if you've made a couple already and you're feeling it, cool. You're the best player on the team. We can live with that. You haven't made anything. We're on a run, and then you decide to just kill the whole momentum because you decide to shoot a pull-up 3. Like, stuff like that is kind of unacceptable. De'Aaron Fox was a criminal yesterday.
Can we
really
talk
the only Spur I'm really looking at, and I'm like, I think you guys played well, is Devin Vassell, Champagny, and Dylan Harper. Everyone else, I'm relatively disappointed. And Keldon was like, cool, I guess. But like, those 3 are the only ones I think can leave this game saying they held up their end of the bargain. Vassell, I think, had a really good defensive game. Dylan Harper was just really good all around. Mm-hmm. Champagny, I think, had a really good game, a couple really big offensive rebounds. I knew he was missing that 3 at the end, though. I knew that wasn't going in. But I still think he had a good game. And then
Why'd
Wemby's
they have
just
to
got to
take a
be.
three?
Wemby's got to be. Huh?
Why'd they have to take a 3?
Well, I think
Yeah.
they just wanted to win the game. It was a good look. Yeah, it
No,
was a-
so
it was a good look.
that final play, to me, the inexperience showed up on that final play right there. Like 100%.
I don't think so. I think they took too long in the backcourt for them to call a timeout.
They didn't
Yeah,
know.
I
Wemby
think they
was
got a
bullshitting
better
with the
shot.
ball.
I think they got a better shot than they was
he
going to
thought
get if they called a timeout.
Oh shit.
No, I'm not even talking about like, oh, not taking timeout versus taking a timeout. I'm talking about like, if you have a veteran team, maybe you don't take a timeout there, but you have a young, uncomposed team that doesn't know what they're doing, and you see the way that they start that possession out, where the ball goes into Wemby and he throws it back to Champagnie. Like that to me looks like a team that is very confused.
Even if they call, first of all, if they call timeout, we can get Rudy back in the game. That's number one. Number two, with that being said, like, are they going to get a better look than your better long ball shooter than what they got with Champagnie?
Chill.
They're not going to get a better look than that.
Chill.
Even under duress, they're not going to get a better look than that.
He's the best. He's the best shooter in the arena. He's the best. At that point right there that night, Champagnie is the best shooter in the state of Texas. Okay,
And he was butt naked.
The issue. First of all, it was Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper gets the rebound. You got Nas here. You got Ant here. I think that he felt a little pressure. He thought they were going to trap him. He got off the ball quick. Good job, young fella. That's what you do. There's a couple seconds left in the game. You feel like you're getting trapped. You get off that ball quick. He did the right thing. Victor Wembanyama, the super genius he is, saw that Nas ran, and give it right back to Dylan Harper. Great move, young fella. Dylan Harper then pushed the ball, got it to the best shooter in the state of Texas right now. The best shooter in the state of Texas, pump fakes. Nas Reed flies by, steps back, wide open 3-ball. That's the best look they were going to get. Best look they were going to get. He just missed it.
And on top of that, Penn, when you call timeout, what I'm doing with Minnesota is I'm giving them an opportunity to regroup. I'm giving them an opportunity to set up their defense. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep them on their heels. The clock is running. They're scrambling. Who's got this guy? Who's got that guy? Why do you think Champagnie was so wide open? Because they didn't know what they were doing in terms of defense. They were scrambling, trying to get back to make sure that we got to this guy, we got to that guy. If the timeout is what it is, now we know who to switch on. We know who to double. We know who to get the ball out of their hands. And on top of that, like I just said, Rudy gets to come back in the game. So no, I thought that was great that they didn't call timeout.
Chill, you know what they would have got if Mitch would have called a timeout? What they would have got? They would have got a contested step back 3 from De'Aaron Fox, or a contested step back 3 from Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper. That's what they would have got.
We would never know what they would have gotten. We would have never known.
But we do know what they did get, and they got a wide open 3 from the best shooter in the state of Texas.
At that particular time. Yes, sir.
I understand what you're saying, Ox, and I get it. Like, I'm not disagreeing with, you shouldn't call a timeout. It's great. Mm-hmm. My issue is when I am looking at that team, my thought is they look hella disorganized. They do not look like they know what they're doing, and we got 5 seconds to go in this game, and this team is jogging up the court. This is not a deception move. This is literally a team that is looking at their coach like, are you going to call a timeout or are you not going to call a timeout?
Why do you think that happened? Why do you keep saying that they looked like they were confused? Why do you keep saying like they expected him to call a timeout?
Go back and watch. Go back.
I went back and watched that clip multiple times. I watched that clip so many times last night because I was having a bunch of conversations with people about that clip last night.
It looked pretty organized from.
It looked. They knew for a fact that coach wasn't going to call a timeout right there.
You think so?
I
think you see Dylan Harper looks over at Mitch Johnson the moment he catches the rebounds. And I think that's when Mitch Johnson, I'm assuming, signals to him that we're not calling a timeout. Go. He then, to Ox's point, gets off it because there's 2 around him, gets the ball back. He pushes. Meanwhile, De'Aaron and Devin Vassell filled the lanes on the left side, so they're doing their job. They're spacing the floor. Wemby's down the middle. Dylan Harper's pushing because Anthony Edwards is jogging back on defense. So then he's obviously having to draw Nas Reed over. He passes to Champagnie. Champagnie gets the flat. I'm not going to lie. You get a wide open 3 for, let's just, probably your best 3-point shooter.
You
down 2
more. You can't.
I don't think you're no timeout, no pushing the pace faster. I think is going to give you a better chance to win the game, in my opinion. Yeah. I think they got the best look they were capable again. I'm confused, Ping, because remember when me and you had that big back and forth about the shot Japan took in the Olympics? Mm-hmm. Oh, that wasn't the Olympics, was it? Was it the Olympics?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why I'm so now I'm really confused on what you think, like, what would have been the better look there? You know what I mean? Like,
It's not about.
if now
it's not about
obviously
the
if
better
you can
look.
get a wide open layup or something like, and you know how I feel about that. I'm always like, man, we don't always have to shoot the three. But for that particular play, I was really fine. Like me and my son were watching that game, and when that shot went up, like, and he likes the Spurs, like, so I'm like, oh, they hit it, and he missed. And I was like, oh shit, like I thought that was game, bro, for sure. I thought that was game,
wide open.
Oh no, I knew it was missing for sure. But
Yeah?
no, Champagne not hitting nothing with the game on the line. But like I foresaw that a long time ago.
So it's
even though he had a good game,
6.8 seconds. I'm just looking at this clip. 6.8 seconds. Dylan Harper flings it back to Victor Wembanyama.
7 seconds is plenty of time.
Okay, no, I got you. At 5.6 seconds, so already we've got like 1 second down. Devin Vassell is darting down the court. De'Aaron Fox is looking back. Dylan Harper is starting to move down. Wemby is like, why am I going to dribble it? So he throws it back to Dylan Harper. He's not expecting it. He picks it up. Now we got 4.4 seconds to go. And he crosses half court. And he gets it to Champagnie. So now Naz Reid pump fakes 2.2 seconds. Now we have a step back three with 1.3. First of all,
sidestep three.
Okay, sidestep three with 1.3 seconds.
He was wide open, Penn. He was
First of
wide
all-
open.
First of all,
practice.
He was wide open, Penn.
if you watch the first 3 seconds of that play, that is not a team.
going up to that as well.
1 second. If you watch the first 3 seconds of that play from Wemby, Dylan, that whole exchange, that does not look like a team that knew what they were doing in that moment. Number one.
He thought it was pressured. Penn, he had to get off the ball. That was a good idea from Dylan Harper.
I mean,
if he
Penn,
gets trapped right there, Penn, they get nothing.
But
I mean,
Jordan,
I also feel like you have
you
a
understand
plan.
what I'm saying, right? Like, why is
Yeah.
Dylan giving it back to Wemby and then Wemby dragging his pivot foot and giving it back to Dylan? Like, to me, it just felt like a team.
Because
that
why
was,
am I
like,
dribbling the ball up as
momentarily-
well?
Wemby's not going to dribble the ball.
Yeah, why am I dribbling the
But
ball?
why is
That's
Dylan
why.
giving him the ball in the first place?
Because he
I
had
think
to
So
He's
that he
around.
doesn't get trapped.
First of all, he was double teamed. That's number one.
Yeah, it was.
Well, no,
Was it Nas and Ant around him? Or
It was
Randle?
Nas and Ant.
Oh,
But
Julius
Nas
Randle.
left.
Yeah.
Nas ended up leaving quick, but the fact that Dylan Harper had the wherewithal to see that he could potentially get trapped with 7 seconds left on the clock, I think that was a great move by the young fella to hurry up and get off the ball quick.
Get off the peel.
That way, because like I said, if he gets trapped right there, and even if he ends up like let's say Champagnie comes back to the ball, or he ends up giving it to Wemby out of the trap. By that time, there's going to be only like 3 seconds left on the clock. We're going to get a half court heave. I think the young fella made a great decision just by getting the ball out of his hands quick and
Ron, you
staying
mind
there
if I
and
put
staying
the
there to
graphics
get the ball
on?
back.
Do you mind if I actually show?
Yeah,
like,
but
show-
last
show
time you
the
did this,
clip
it didn't really go so well. You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
I couldn't believe Jokic was trying to take a charge at the block of the ball. It had the ball to the 3-point line.
That was bad, yo.
He had to set his feet. You know what I'm saying? He had to set his feet.
So again, he clearly is. If we're recreating this, Harper has both Reed and Ant in front of him. Wemby's wide open. All right, so he gets off the peel to Wemby. Wemby looks up the floor to see if somebody is up the floor that's open. Nobody's up the floor. Everybody's now retreating. They recognize that they're not calling timeout. He gets the ball back to his lead guard, by the way. He gets the ball back to his lead guard. Ant don't even know where the ball is. Ant has no idea where the ball is. Shannon is watching the ball. Julius Randle doesn't know where the ball is neither, right? So now that that's happening, when he comes down, he throws the ball to Champagnie, who with 2 seconds left gets Naz Reid off of his feet, and he steps back. Stop right here. It's 1 second on the clock. Penn, he is wide open at the long goal line. Nobody is close to him.
Naked.
That's a shot that, to Drench's point, he practices that shot. That's not shot that that's not a shot that he's rushed. That's not a shot that he's got to hurry up. He's worked on that sidestep. Ant isn't close to him. Jaden McDaniels is too late closing out. He's wide open in an empty gym. He's hit that
percentages
shot.
go.
Drench in the summertime.
Not to be the nerd, but like you do know percentages go down every single time you take a dribble and have to take a shot, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But in the summertime, in the summertime, Drench in the summertime, he makes that in 5 spots 200 times every day.
Oh,
He actually
easily.
works on
Like,
that shot.
You're not doing that with
at
him on
least.
the line.
That's
At
a
least.
shot.
But wait. If you, I want to also point out the fact that we talked about our opinion. You mentioned this, Penn, and I think you're correct that this one team is a little more experienced than the other team. I want to say that the Spurs in that 8 seconds of basketball right there looked like a veteran basketball team getting that ball up the court, taking care of the basketball, not throwing any turnovers, passing the ball, good passes, getting the ball up the court, minimal amount of dribbles, and getting a wide open, bucket naked shot.
Mm-hmm.
Right there at the buzzer to win that basketball game. If they make that shot, if Champagnie makes that shot, this whole conversation goes the other way. This whole conversation goes about how Mitch Johnson instilled confidence in these young players, how Mitch Johnson prepared his team for this moment of basketball. The conversation is talked about how Dylan Harper didn't allow himself to get trapped in the backcourt, got the ball to the best shooter in Texas. The conversation goes to how clutch of a shot Julian Champagnie made last night. The only thing this whole conversation is being changed by 1 inch. By the ball being off by 1 inch. That was great. That's great execution.
The conversation was never about the shot. The conversation was never about the shot.
I know where you're going with it.
The thing about it is the process was great. The process right there was 20 times better than the shot, clearly, because that process was perfection. If you're the coach of that basketball team, you don't call a timeout, and your team does that, you are super proud of your team. You go into the locker room and let them know, hey, we get the next one. Don't trip.
But Ox, at the same time, for a realistic standpoint, that's not a dress rehearsal. That's not a dress rehearsal that you can just practice in that moment. Like you don't know that they're gonna trap when they're gonna trap. You don't know like the sequence of when you're gonna get the ball. So for them to execute that without calling a timeout and getting the best possible look that they could have got with the amount of time that they got, like I don't see how they look inexperienced on that. I don't see how we even talking about like the shot that they took. They took a fantastic shot. He just missed it.
And Drench, please don't leave out the fact that Penn, we do go over this stuff in practice.
Yeah, you just can't simulate it to where it's like exactly like that.
This. No, right. But we do Jordan this kind of stuff in practice.
Jordan Penn and Chill. Well, to everybody, even the chat. That's part of the reason why I like Mitch Johnson saying, hey, go for it. It's not even necessarily about the process. It's not even necessarily about the shot. I know it's a playoff game. I know you can't really afford to lose games at this time of the year. And I know they're in like a win now mode. But Penn, as you noted, they're also the youngest team in the playoffs. So it's like we have a clutch moment.
Yep.
You guys have to think on your feet. You guys have to execute at the drop of a dime. I'm putting you guys in a pressure situation to see how you're going to react. That's more so my philosophy and my vision. And I like Mitch Johnson. It seems like he's that type of coach where he's like, I believe in you guys, and I need you guys to believe in you guys, and I want you guys to perform in clutch.
I don't disagree. Can you just put? If you just put up the graphic?
All right, but hold on, no, Penn. I'm about to put up the graphic, but can you just further clarify for us? What do you disagree with?
Okay, so the plan, if Mitch Johnson is thinking, okay, if Mitch
I got you, Penn. I hate when I have to do this. Quiet, Ox.
If Mitch Johnson is thinking we are going to get the best shot possible without me calling a timeout, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the shot they took.
Sure.
I have a problem with how you got there. You got 8 seconds on the clock. You could go for a 2 or a 3. I think you have to drive. Me personally, I think you drive to the basket and then look for threes off of that.
I see what
I do agree with that. I do agree with
that. How do you agree with that? We don't got time for that.
Here's why. Because Penn putting the graphic up, because he's looking at Dylan Harper with the basketball. He could probably get to the rim.
Easily.
Julian Champagnie could have got to the rim too. He decided to take a sidestep instead of a dribble forward.
Absolutely. 7.9 seconds. Dylan Harper catches the ball. Now go to the next graphic.
He got two guys on him.
Penn, what you say to me?
Go to the next graphic. That's what he said. 7.9 seconds. Go to the next graphic.
Better say please.
Would you focus, Ron? Go to the next damn graphic.
All right. My bad.
Man.
Okay.
There's 2 guys around him.
Y'all are saying he's trapped.
I didn't say he's trapped. I said there's 2 guys around him. There's pressure. You would ping.
No, I disagree.
He was. No,
you can disagree if you want, but why else would he pass the ball? There's no reason for him to get a ball to Victor Wembanyama. All right,
No.
bro. So this. All right.
No.
Okay.
No, he's
All right,
in
keep
traffic.
going,
Like
keep
he
going.
got the ball high up. Right
That's
now.
ridiculous,
And
bro.
if
This
you are
is
coaching this
so-
young man, you are telling him to go.
No,
No,
you're not. If I catch a rebound, if I catch a rebound and there's 7
There was
seconds
no one in
left,
front of Reed Shepherd and LeBron poked that shit
if
from
there's behind. 7 seconds in the basketball game, no, because we need to get to the bottom of this type of shit right now. If there's 7 seconds in the basketball game and I get the rebound, you understand that that's what peripherals are for. You know what I'm saying?
What's
You
going
know,
on? around
because
here?
Why am I
when you-
handing it to my 7-footer behind when I'm trying to go to the basket?
But you're not handing it's
Okay.
because well, to your point, Pin, Victor Wembanyama is the smartest man in the world. So I feel comfortable getting the ball after him real quick because I know he's gonna make a good decision.
I'm not
on top
passing
of that,
back in transition
on top
when I'm trying to
of that,
score. That's
on
crazy.
top of that,
Nah.
on top of that, not only that, but what's his name? Devin Vassell and De'Aaron Fox are over there too. So I trust Victor Wembanyama is going to make the right decision. He did make the right decision. But let's get back to the main point here.
I don't believe passing backwards in transition ever.
How back? Pull up the.
Yeah, like why are we doing this?
He
like
got
step
the
by step?
ball
Like,
right
my
back.
God.
Oh my God, they're right. They're not. It's not even bad. He's a step behind him, Pin. Anyways, look, he's getting the rebound and he's looking directly towards Victor Wembanyama because that's where he's facing. But hold on, because you about to get a chance to learn something. When he's getting the rebound, he's jumping. His body is facing Victor Wembanyama. You can see his body's facing Victor Wembanyama. So he sees Victor Wembanyama. He also at the peripheral sees Anthony Edwards directly next to him on the left and Naz Reid right here on the right. He's already knowing there's 7 seconds. There's no way I'm going to allow myself to get trapped with this basketball when I got these two animals right here next to me.
You have timeouts. You can call a timeout. You're not. What is this?
So because look, I know. You know what I know? Simple mathematics. There's 5 of them and 5 of me. If there's 2 of them on me, then that means there's 3 of them for the rest of my 4. We don't need a timeout. We might get a fast break opportunity right now. So Dylan Harper clearly made the right decision. Pin that got a bucket naked, wide open shot.
Butt naked, wide open look.
But chill. This is not a trap. My God, man. This is not a trap.
Not yet. No, not yet.
In 0.2 seconds, he's gonna know if it's a trap or not. He just sees 2 people.
He just sees 2 guys with white jerseys
He sees 2
on.
people around him swiping for the basketball.
With white jerseys
Let me
on.
get off of this so I don't turn it over.
Doing?
Like he's meant
because
he's gonna know that Naz Reid is gonna show, swipe, and then get out. He's gonna know that in 0.2 seconds.
I have watched Dylan Harper for years. And this is a guy who is very comfortable handling the ball against pressure. This is not.
He made the right decision, Payne. I don't know what are you arguing. He literally made the right decision.
This is one of those things where it's not worth arguing, but you
Get off the ball,
you can't
get the ball
accept
back.
this type
Get
of
off the
shit.
ball,
basketball
get
decision,
I
Payne.
can't accept this
Capri
because it's
style.
ridiculous. This is not a good
How is it
possession.
ridiculous?
Hold up, y'all. Though, right quick. We all
not
disagree with
ridiculous
Pin.
because Pin
Yeah,
doesn't.
we can just
accept
agree
it.
to disagree.
Well, I'm actually on Pin's side, so 2 of us are right up here. The other 4 of you guys need to figure it out. However, Pin isn't done illustrating exactly what he's really talking about.
Yes.
So, Pin, I'm gonna go to the next graphic. We see Dylan Harper here. We've talked about this. We are split on this.
Yep.
But now's the next image. He gives the ball back to Victor Wembanyama.
Now we've already lost 1.5 seconds. You can look at Dylan Harper. He's looking at Wemby. Right? There's one player on this team right now, on the Spurs right now, that is sprinting ahead, and that is Devin Vassell.
He's ahead of the field.
So,
Yes, he
if
is.
Wemby's
Wemby
literally
wants-
about to start running, but sure.
Okay, sure, but you're trotting. Like you can go back and watch the play,
Look,
Mark.
I
They're
mean, I
trotting.
Well, you think he should pass it? You think he should pass it to Devin Vassell? You do know there's a fifth Timberwolf on the floor right now, right?
Okay. The question
Yeah,
here
Jaden's
is
back
not whether or not Mitch Johnson should have called the foul, should have called the timeout when Dylan Harper came down with the rebound. My question is specifically right now, when I see that my team has not figured out how much time is on the clock right now, they're slowly processing it. They're like, are we calling timeout? Oh, we're not calling
They
timeout.
did
Oh, I
figure it
guess we
out.
gotta
That's
go.
how they got a good shot. I don't get why you keep saying that. They did figure it out. That's exactly how they got a good shot.
Y'all keep saying
But not only that, though, 6 seconds. 6 seconds is a lifetime. 6
Like,
seconds
they
is a
figured
lot of
it out. I
time.
don't get what you're saying. Like they didn't figure it out as if they didn't get a shot off. They got a good shot. How didn't they figure it out?
So, Pin, I'm gonna go to the next graphic.
Gobert's Fresh Prince. Gobert's standing up maybe just in case, like he's like, maybe these dummies will call a timeout and I can get back.
So I can get back in the game. Yes, I can get back in the game.
Maybe these dummies might do us a favor.
All right, so the next graphic, Victor Wembanyama has the ball with 6.4 seconds. As you can see, Devin Vassell's getting loose. Julian Champagnie and De'Aaron Fox are in the middle of the court. They're about to take off, and this is what the next image looks like with 5.5 seconds. The Victor Wembanyama's passing the ball back to Dylan Harper on the right side of the floor.
Yeah, and Fox is still looking back at him like, "Are you going to give me the ball?"
That doesn't matter though.
Instead of getting up. No, it does. It does matter.
Why, Penn?
Devin Vassell is running ahead of him. Where was Fox going to run anyway?
I'm interested
I
to this,
feel like
Penn.
I'm going to lose my mind right now.
As you were saying, Penn,
You've already lost it.
As you were saying, Penn, I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to stay with you.
Penn, let me know if I need to remove them, Penn.
I'm trying to stay.
You know what?
Penn.
Hey, look.
Let me know.
Penn, it's just you and Chill. It's just you and Chill.
De'Aaron Fox is looking back,
I don't
wondering
want
if
to
he's going to
interrupt.
get the basketball. He's not going to get the basketball. So now he's running. So now what's next? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting on your page to see what you see. Because Wemby isn't.
I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves, the element of surprise here, and that is the only thing that's on your side here, is they're expecting us to call a timeout. Let's run it, and let's get the easiest shot we can get.
Sure.
Okay.
They're praying that they call a timeout. The Timberwolves are praying that they call a timeout.
But they didn't. So as you were saying, Penn, but they didn't.
They are expecting them to call a timeout because that is the normal thing to do in this situation.
Sure.
With a young team, you're down to set your offense up, set your defense up, try to get a good shot. Okay, cool. I understand if everybody on the Spurs knows we're not calling timeout, and everybody on the Wolves is expecting a timeout, that there's a 7-second gap in the element of surprise. And in those first 2 seconds, you might catch them off balance.
Right.
However, when you jog up the court, if you're the Spurs, when you waste this 1.5 seconds of not really advancing the ball between Wemby and Dylan, back to Wemby, back to Dylan, this whole thing takes 1.5 seconds. And at that point, those 1.5 seconds are very critical for the Minnesota Timberwolves to actually be able to set up their defense.
So it looks.
Whereas if you pitch it ahead right away, it's a genius play. So in and of itself, like if you have a pitch it ahead.
Now, with that being said, Penn, to your point, it looks disorganized. But there's a reason why they didn't pitch it ahead.
It is disorganized, Joe. It is disorganized. It is disorganized.
Okay, it is disorganized. But here's the difference. Here's the difference with that, though, Penn. The difference with that is to pitch it ahead to Vassell. Vassell isn't open. That's number one. Vassell isn't open.
Pitch it ahead to Dylan Harper. That's what they pitched it ahead to.
And that's where I was going, Drench, because Wemby's not going to handle the basketball. The clock is already running. Wemby is actually thinking like a big man. Let me get this ball to a guard. And that's the guard who I'm getting the basketball to. Once he gets him the ball, now Dylan Harper's got a head of steam, and he's going. Minnesota's still trying to figure out where they are defensively, right? They still trying to figure out, which would explain why Naz Reid overran the play. Because if Naz Reid was in position to guard, he wouldn't have been able to overrun that play. That's why Champagnie ended up getting a wide open look. Because even
this though, Chill. Like if we think about this, like because this is how the basketball then shifted. Had this been in the first quarter, Penn probably would be saying, if I would have criticized the shot in the first quarter, he would have said, "What, man? That's a good shot." Now it's the fourth quarter, and it's 7 seconds
by the way.
left.
For the game,
it's an issue. Why? Like they literally got off of defense. They didn't know where the rebound was going to come from. They got the rebound, felt a little traffic, threw the ball back, got it back, advanced it up, got a great shot, just missed.
That's it. From your best three-point shooter, by the way. From your best shooter.
The best three.
The beautiful thing about basketball too, though. The beautiful
touches. Y'all watch.
The beautiful. You don't have time. You don't have time. You don't have time to drive to the paint and then kick.
You know what's happening right now?
But you know the beautiful thing about basketball. The beautiful thing about basketball, though, Chill, is that there's always more than one right answer, right? The beautiful thing about basketball, the thing I love about basketball so much is that you can do more than one thing. You don't have to be Joe Mazzulla all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be Eric Spoelstra all the time. You don't have to be Steve Kerr all the time. You don't have to be JJ Redick or Ty Lue all the time. You could do different shit. That's the beauty of this beautiful game called basketball. Right?
All right, I got to.
All I'm saying,
real quick. I got a request.
Okay, yeah, request it. But I just want to just say that yes, there probably was another thing that could have happened. You know, Victor Wembanyama could have tried to kick it ahead to Devin Vassell, and maybe he catches it and makes a move on Jaden McDaniels and gets to the bucket and scores. They go to overtime. Maybe Dylan Harper doesn't kick it back to Victor Wembanyama, and maybe he gets trapped. And maybe the game ends in the backcourt. Maybe Dylan Harper doesn't get trapped. Maybe he pushes it ahead, gets all the way to the basket, and kicks it out to Champagne and he makes it three. Or maybe they do what they did.
Okay.
And they get a wide open shot. So there's so many options in basketball. Chill, but the one thing that you don't do in that situation is allow the Minnesota Timberwolves, to Mars' point, who played great defense. You don't allow them to call a timeout, put in their defensive set and set up. The only time you call the defense a timeout, Chill, is if Julius Randle hits that shot right there. Yes. If Julius Randle hits that shot, we're down 4, then you call a timeout. But off the miss, and you know, I learned this when I was younger. I was watching March Madness, and it was a situation where out the free throw, it was a free throw, and one team gets the rebound. You know how March Madness goes. They hit a desperation 3, win the game by 1. And the guy, this is the first time I was super young, could have been like 8 or 9, and he was saying, that's why you don't call timeouts right there. You let the team set up in their defense. You get to stop. Ever since then, I was like, you know what? You know, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But I think that last play, I don't think San Antonio could ask for much more than that. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a great situation, and something else could have happened. To your point, Penn, absolutely, something else could have happened, and they could have won the game.
I got my request. I still got a request for Penn. Penn, how come like every single time?
Drench, hold on, right quick. I know you want to request, but I have to call a timeout because we actually got to draw up a play on Splash Sports. No, we're setting up the defense. On Splash Sports, baby, we compete against fans, not against the house. When we play Splash Sports quick picks, and we use code CHOICE, which will get us 100% deposit match up to $50 plus 100% quick pick boost. You see, the best part about Splash Sports, aside from the fact that you will not make more money anywhere else other than Splash Sports, because you can make up to 50 times what you put in. The best part, other than that, is the fact that you are competing against other real fans, real people, not against the house, not against the algorithm, not against a sports book. It is literally you versus other real people. You have the advantage because you watch the panel, you watch every playoff game, and you just know ball more than everybody else. So let's go ahead and dive into it. We're going to show you guys how it's done right here, right now. We're simply going to choose anywhere from 2 to 6 players. We're going to pick more or less on each of their player projections, and we are going to win money. So to start off with, fellas, we got 2 good games tonight. Lakers, Thunders, Cavs, Pistons. Which game do we want to rock with?
Cavs, Pistons.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's a sore? What them stocks looking like?
You better leave my goat alone. Yeah, no stock.
No stock.
Yeah.
All right, then give me the points.
Give you that easy bread.
Then give me the points.
The less?
What's his points?
He gonna get 4 layups.
4 layups is only 8 points.
Yeah, that would be 8 points.
He gonna get 5 layups.
Nice.
I mean,
is Tobias still on the roll right now or what?
Rolling.
Do you see this? Do you see this? 23, 20, 23, 22, and 30? Oh my God.
Yeah, we might want to actually really do that.
We're taking it. Ride the hot hand.
Tricking the bag right now.
That's okay. Hey, Tobias. Hey, shoot it till you break it.
Sorry ass. Give me Dean Wade, sorry ass. That's one of the sorriest motherfuckers in the league. Dean Wade, sorry as a motherfucker. He got no big.
Now I want the more on points. I want them 5 points.
Yo, shit, no. Give me less on his sorry ass. That motherfucker took one dribble and fell out of bounds and threw that shit away. Like, bro, he's the reason why Dean Wade is in the NBA.
Now we can't lose our balance.
No,
I'm not taking the less on 4.5 points, bro. I'm not taking the less on 4.5 points.
Shit, that motherfucker gonna get 0 tonight. I'm telling you, 0.
God damn.
He is playing against the Pistons. He is doing that.
On them, but D Wade, sorry, is a motherfucker. D Wade, I can't believe he in the NBA. I want to use this whole segment to just bash how trash his ass is. I know I said Hawkins was sorry. That motherfucker D Wade is sorry as a motherfucker, boy. Like, he don't even play no good defense. That motherfucker suck.
He actually does play good defense. My issue with him is getting chased off the long ball. My biggest issue with him, like Shed is chasing him off the long ball line. RJ Barrett chasing him. Yo, you 6'9". Shoot the damn ball.
Shit, no, he's sorry as a motherfucker.
Shoot the damn basketball. You wide open. Shoot the ball.
Bro, chill.
That's my issue with him.
Between me and you can tell me. You think he's supposed to be in the NBA?
Yes. He's
you out your goddamn mind.
I just don't like the fact that he gets chased off the long ball line. But Ron, that 25 and a half that 25 and a half from Donovan Mitchell, I'm loving that. Oh, absolutely, I'm loving that. I'm taking them all.
That look good, Chill?
Yes, sir. That looks good. He gonna kick
that. Look like an easy win.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 25 and a half from Donovan Mitchell. Yes, sir. I'm taking that. Mm-hmm. No doubt. Mm-hmm.
All right, well, Ox, we got 4 good picks.
That motherfucker ain't doing shit, Chill.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 good picks. Let's go ahead and run it up. We're gonna use. Is that a Max Strus boost?
That's what.
All right, hold on. Wait. Take
We good. Yeah, we'll do this one. Yep. We don't want to do Max Strus.
All right, we got NBA playoffs 30% boost. Yes, sir. That's what we doing. On top of that, don't forget that you will get a 100% deposit match up to $50 and a 100% quick picks boost. All you have to do is use code CHOICE. Download the app by either clicking the link in the bio or just scanning this QR code on the screen. We will see you guys in the winner's circle. I can't wait to get Splash Cash deposited into my bank account. All right, let's get back to it. Now, where Pingo?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I had a request for him and his ass took off, so I guess he didn't give him
damn, he didn't want to hear your request. All right, well, it looks like we're just going to get around the super. Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good, Pin.
What's good, man?
Get Pin back.
Yeah, I was just requesting that, Pin, when we disagree with you, it's okay. It's not a takeoff. Like, I feel like sometimes when we disagree with you, you feel like we having this takeoff. Like, your take is better than my take. Like, this is player's choice, not first take. Like, it's okay. We ain't got to be Joe Mazzulla's. We ain't got to be less intellectually curious, whatever the fuck it is. We ain't got to be none of that shit. We just disagree. That's it. Move on.
We're not even disagreeing on the same point. That's the problem that I have.
It ain't really a problem though. It's just
the problem. Just the problem is that you's a sway though.
Yeah, it's sway though. Whatever too, but it ain't no problem. We just
bro,
you gotta quit doing that shit because that shit ain't nothing.
No. This is a philosophical thing, right? Like different coaches have different philosophies. Some coaches love drives. Some coaches hate, taking a ton of threes. I'll say, you know what, different styles for different people, right? But if we're having a discussion about what should have happened in the first 2 seconds, I don't really give a shit about what happened in 7 and 8 seconds. I really don't care. Like, I'm talking about the first 2 seconds of that play is where I would have called the timeout. That's what I was talking about.
We understand that, and we understand that. So we disagree on that part. Like, that's what we're saying. We just disagree on it. What happened in the first 3 seconds or the last 3 seconds, it don't matter. We see it differently. That don't mean we Joe Mazzulla. We just see it differently. And then nothing wrong with Joe Mazzulla, by the way.
I was about to say, for the record, really quickly for the record, Joe Mazzulla is going to win Coach of the Year this year, and he just won the NBA championship 2 years ago. I'm Joe Mazzulla, 100%.
Don't forget, Joe Mazzulla is responsible for the success of the Celtics this year. He single-handedly carried that team to the number 2 spot in the East. So shout out to Joe Mazzulla, the best coach ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, him and Derek White, of course. My bad.
Yeah. Don't forget Derek White. Yeah.
All right, fellas, we will be moving on. I got a bunch of super chats. We'll end up indirectly or directly circling back around to some of these topics that we've already talked about. But to everybody in the chat, like the video, subscribe. Shout out to everybody that became a member. We got a bunch of people. I'm going to shout out a couple people, and then we'll get into these super chats. APLOL. Shout out to APLOL G5G for joining up.
G5. I better quit claiming niggas, a line. Them niggas gonna press me again, Ron.
Shout out G5G.
Dog. I apologize. I don't want no problems.
Them Fawn Andoli? Then Fawn Andoli became a YouTube member.
Actually, it's the Muffin one and only.
Oh shit!
Oh, the motherfucking one.
They just forgot the end.
It's the motherfucking one and only. Yeah, Mars ain't the only one who could do this. I could do it.
Oh,
too.
Okay. Thank you, Chill. I appreciate that. The MF and one and only. Shout out to the one and only.
Hey, boy, sometimes you got to phone Mars. Mars get you right.
Dr. Conrad also became a YouTube member. Shout out to Dr. Conrad. Ace YN joined up as a YouTube member. Shout out to Ace YN. Jules Haley. Shout out to Jules Haley.
That's his girlfriend name. That's his name, Jules and Haley. Oh boy, you doing it, boy.
Shout out to him and his girl.
Go ahead, Ron.
Net Magwala. Net Magwala? Nate?
Bet you that.
All right. Salute to everybody that joined up. We got some more members, but I'll shout out to you guys in a little bit. Cheese15 sent through $20 and said, give me a one-legged ant over any SGA, over any shooting guard right now. I don't know how some people still question that shit. Respect the Ant-Man.
Yeah, I think he's talking about you.
Absolutely talking about me.
No one really questions it.
Absolutely, he's talking about me, and
we know he ain't talking about me.
You know how you know how I feel about it. So I mean, I thought Ant was great yesterday, even on one leg. Yes, I did. And
man,
I mean, let's be clear about it. Let's be clear. Toronto did. I think Toronto was a bad matchup, and I think that Scottie Barnes was the best player in that series, hands down. I don't think it's a question in my mind who the best player was in that series. It was Scottie Barnes. But, I mean, they still needed Donovan Mitchell to do what he did in order for them to win, and he did that. And I think that there's players who can be better but have a bad series. And, I mean, Donovan Mitchell, who I said to Penn before the series started, I did not like that matchup with Toronto. I just didn't. I didn't like that matchup at all. And I think he'll be better against Detroit. I 100% think he'll be better against Detroit.
Chill. I got up here and Mars quizzed me on how many teams would Scottie Barnes be better on, and I was like, this team.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to Cleveland, and I was like, nope. I was wrong. I apologize. I was wrong. I wasn't high enough. My bad. Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
I ain't got no comment. On this. The last time I commented on this shit went left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually watched that segment back. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, shit just went left. So it is what it is.
I mean,
somebody
Drench,
goes in the super chat about that Knicks
I understand
game.
y'all not as
We're
high.
gonna get to that.
Y'all not as high on Scottie Barnes, but did he show you something? Did he
Yes,
show
he
you
did.
like
Yes, he
I
did.
didn't say I wasn't
Number
high
one, the
on
one
him.
thing he showed me, Penn.
Who said I wasn't high on him? I am high on him. Where I
didn't
got
have
his
a second or
high.
third option.
And I watched a bunch of Toronto
I'm wondering
games
if he
this year.
showed you
I did.
anything that might make you think he's not a second or third option. Like he could be the guy.
I'm not
You
even
know?
on this.
Don't know?
I'm not even on the
Okay,
bucket
that's cool.
getting part.
That's cool.
I'm not even on that. I'm on his ability to process defenses and pass. I didn't know he was that good of a passer, and I watched him.
Hey,
a lot
chill.
this year.
God damn. That boy could pass his ass off.
Yeah, I ain't
Better
know he was
passing
that
than Ben
good.
Simmons, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now look at you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Guys still lying, but it's cool. Shout out to you
I
guys.
did-
At least I get some people on side.
No. He had Mars. I think he processes things faster. I do. I think he gets off the ball quicker. I think his degree of difficulty, as opposed to Ben Simmons, even though Ben Simmons is bigger, I think his degree of difficulty, I think the window is bigger with him than it is with Ben Simmons. And I think he's willing to take more chances than Ben Simmons is. I think he's a better distributor and playmaker than Ben Simmons.
He's a way better scorer. Like I think
He's
the complication here is
Mm-hmm.
also like passers become better when their options become better too. Spacing becomes better. Ben Simmons was not out there playing with Jamal Shad, Jacoby Walter, and friggin' Jakob Poeltl. Okay, like for him to take that team when everybody knew that he was the guy that they needed to stop in Game 6 and Game 7, and for him to basically be like, okay, RJ, me and you, we got it. Like to do that and to actually win Game 6 the way that he did it, 14 assists, my God. Like, yeah, absolutely. I think he showed the whole world. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of him.
He showed the whole world he's a good player. Everybody knew he was a good player.
No, Drench, like people were like, oh, I don't know if he's top 15. I don't know if he's top 20. Like y'all have said, I don't know if he's top 20. Ron said, I don't know if he's top 40.
I was literally just about to say, Pitt. I was literally just about to say,
is it still in question? I mean,
that boy for sure. He for sure top 20 after that. 15. We'll get to the drawing board and see, but he for sure top 20 though. Okay. I will give him that. I don't.
No,
I highly doubt it's 20 players I take over Scottie Barnes.
We taking baby steps here. That's cool. I mean, I heard one of the biggest Scottie Barnes haters. Not you. Not the three of you. In the Cleveland media, say that he was the best player in that series, and that he completely opened his eyes, and that he might be a top 10 player. I was like, okay, bet.
But that means Donovan Mitchell in the top 10 player. So
sky is blue.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that.
Yeah, dude. If he was the best player in that series and Scottie is the top 10 player, somebody got to come out the top 10 those days.
That means
Donovan Mitchell was never in it.
That just
I'll tell you right now.
That just means that Scottie Barnes is higher in the top 10 than Donovan Mitchell is. That's
so where would he be then? Where would he be then? Where would Donovan Mitchell be there?
I mean, to be honest, if Scottie Barnes is a top 10 player, then he probably would be higher, like 7 or 8.
And then Donovan Mitchell would be what, 11?
10.
Oh, okay.
10. Donovan Mitchell like 19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't worry.
Bro, I'm just happy we added these Denny Avdia, Jalen Johnson, Paolo Banchero talks.
Wait, keep Denny out of this.
He's still in them talks. No,
keep Denny out of this.
Scottie Barnes is better than those three.
Yeah, he's just still in those same talks though, Mars. He better than them, but he's just still in those same talks. He's still in those same conversations. It's very hard to get out of those conversations.
I don't know how someone can watch Paolo play basketball and say he better than Scottie Barnes, but that's neither here nor there. It is what it is.
I don't think that. I do not.
But you know what's crazy though? For 3 years,
I do think he's more talented than Scottie Barnes.
Chill. For 3 years,
I don't think he plays basketball better than Scottie Barnes does.
For 3 years, I've been up here and people be telling me like, "Yo, Penn, I rock with some of your takes, but with the Scottie Barnes stuff, like you got to stop. Like you really wrong about the Scottie Barnes stuff. You be cooking on some stuff, but you wrong about the Scottie Barnes stuff." The other day, I seen KB Knows Ball say, "Has he ever been right about anything except for Scottie Barnes?" Now we just goalpost moving. Okay.
Right. I want y'all to keep the same energy with a bunch of other guys too, because like Scottie Barnes, who outplayed Donovan Mitchell in the series, is now better than Donovan Mitchell. So when this happens, this needs to be universal, right? This 100% needs to be universal.
Really
so when guys get outplayed in the series, that now means that guy is better than them.
Sure. I got Rudy over Jokic.
I want to make sure that we clear on that.
Whoa.
We ain't just doing this with one dude.
I got Jaden McDaniels over Jamal Murray.
We ain't just doing this with one. I'm just saying, Ron.
You can't just marginally outplay a guy. You got to thoroughly outplay him. Like you got to outclass him. You got to be in a different conversation than him in a series. Okay. For me, in that first round, Scottie produced MVP impact. If you had seen him, if you didn't know who he was, you woke up out of a coma 6 years ago, you'd be like, "That's the league MVP." You'd be like, "Yeah, I get it." He doesn't have his teammates. He doesn't have his dogs right now. He doesn't have depth.
I'm not going that far. I'm not doing that.
Okay, you're not. I am.
Okay, I'm not.
Dive right off the cliff.
Yeah,
okay?
not surprised.
No, I mean it is MVP impact. Mm-hmm. I've seen MVPs put up worse first rounds than that for sure.
Nah, he 100% got busy. Shout out to Scottie because them last 6 games of the season, well, basically his playoff run, it was pretty impressive. Yeah. So, Penn, we will eventually do our postseason rankings of all the players. We'll see exactly where Scottie lies and all of that good stuff. But we're going to keep it pushing. Any super chats?
You going to be hosting that segment?
No, you are.
Yeah, because if you hosting it, he's gonna be 55th. Okay.
Nah, Penn, I keep telling you, I got love for Scottie.
For you to be like, okay, Malik Monk and Scottie Barnes.
That's not. You've never heard me bring up Malik Monk. It's only one person up here that glazes Malik.
Me.
I got love for Scottie Barnes. Contrary to popular belief, I do. But once again, we'll just have to see, though. We'll get to that here very, very soon. DTA Smooth sent through 2 super chats. The first was a $20 super chat saying, "Somebody got to explain to me why people are so eager to put Victor Wembanyama in best in the world talks over Jokic and Giannis. To earn that title, in my opinion, you have to outperform your competition in the regular season and playoffs and have a solid hardware." Also, DTA went on to say, people put him above Jokic because he lost. While Wemby has not done anything to prove he's better than him/Giannis, you need more than a hot stretch in the regular season to say he's the best in the world.
Well, I am working on
second best in the world, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I was saying he might be better than Jokic in February, and Jokic hadn't lost in the playoffs yet. So,
I mean, he's working on it.
Is
Like
SGA dead?
to your point with the hardware, you know.
I don't know, but
no, he's still alive. He's alive and well. Yes, he'll be playing tonight when they play the Lakers.
Okay, so he's the best in the world.
Yes,
Let's just get that clear.
Yes, he is. He's
the
alive
best
and
player in the
and
world.
well. Yes, sir.
No.
And
he's not.
I mean, and Wemby's working on it. I mean, it's not like
SGA's working on it.
No, SGA actually has done.
He's there.
Yeah, he already
got the crown.
Wemby is working on it.
He got the crown. He got the belt.
Yeah, Wemby ain't. Wemby,
you're not the best in the world till you beat Bron in the playoffs.
Well, okay, cool. See you in a
That's
week.
my barometer. Yeah, that's my barometer. You gotta be
so that means that Dirk Nowitzki is the best in the world.
No, I'm saying he wasn't allowed to be considered the best in the world until he beat Bron in the playoffs. It doesn't mean you are the best in the world if you beat Bron.
Okay,
but you have to have beat Bron in the playoffs to be the best in the world.
Clarify that.
That's like the barometer. So like Jokic didn't become like arguably the best in the world until 23 because he beat Bron in the playoffs. Steph ain't become arguably the best in the world until 2015. KD ain't become arguably the best in the world until 2017. That's when Kawhi, his one's a bit shaky because 2014 he went on that level, but he beat Bron, so credit to him.
Sure.
Tim Duncan ain't become arguably the best in the world until 07. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Tim Duncan did become arguably the best in the world to
you got to beat
Shaq.
You got to beat
twice, by the way. But so Chris Paul was he arguably the best in the world when he beat Bron?
In 21?
Yeah.
No, but that was the first time he could ever even try and make the argument.
Okay.
But you know who was?
Yeah, I'm not saying if you beat Bron, you might be the best in the world.
You're getting in the conversation though.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying the only way to get in the conversation is you have to beat Bron in the playoffs. That doesn't mean if you beat Bron in the playoffs, you get into the conversation.
I got you.
It just means you have to do that to get in the conversation.
So essentially what he's saying, Ron, is that I'm not saying that you get in the club, but in order to be considered to get in the club, I got to at least have an ID. I got to be at least 21 years old. And that's
by the same logic, was Shaq the best in the world in 1995?
Shaq was not the best player in the world.
Back then it was like if you beat Mike, if you beat Mike, that's how you get into the conversation. You have to beat Mike in the playoffs. You can't. You're the best in the world. Who did you beat? Patrick Ewing? Yeah, hell no, we good. Like, nah, you go beat Mike. Then you're the best in the world. Maybe. Shout out to Isaiah
Thomas. Shout out to Larry Bird.
Back then, that was the bar. You had to beat those guys. Like, best in the world. You know why? Oh yeah, look, I beat Jalen Green. Well, okay. Cool, I guess.
Mars is the biggest goddamn troll ever, bro.
I don't know if there's a bigger troll on the internet. And Joel Embiid is a fucking troll. Joel Embiid is a troll, but I don't know if there's a bigger one than this one over here.
I guess.
All right, Mr. Aki, and we're going to get to Joel Embiid and the New York Knicks here in a second. But Mr. Aki has a question. Mr. Aki 123 sent through $19.99 and said, I love how the goalposts moves with these awards. JB Bickerstaff led Detroit last year to a record turnaround, but Cleveland coach won it because they were the number one seed. This year, JB led Detroit to the number one seed, but Joe Mazzulla made miracles with 3 NBA champions on Boston. BS.
There's no way you care this much about Coach of the Year.
Yes, he does, because he because he's probably a Detroit guy. That's why. For no other reason.
There's still no way you care about Coach of the Year this much.
Considering how much, they don't forget, Mars, just 2 seasons ago, they set an NBA record for losses.
In a row, yeah.
In a row. They set a record. So for that to get turned around and for that to be his team and for that coach to come in there and basically change the culture, and in 2 years to go from that to being the number one seed in the East, he absolutely cares about his coach in particular, with his team, but his coach in particular. Oh, yeah, he absolutely does.
Well, his contract is census for Coach of the Year. JB Bickerstaff just got his extension. Like, he gonna be fine. Right.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. I don't think he's going anywhere. No doubt about that.
I do think that award should be like gift wrapped for JB. Me personally, I think he should run away with that award. Joe Mazzulla, you did your thing. You congratulations, because everybody underestimated you. JB they were the number one team in the East.
Preseason, as much as people expected the Celtics to take a step back, they were still picked to win around 41 games.
Who was that?
Pistons, the Celtics and the Pistons were supposed to finish like neck and neck. They finished neck and neck
this season.
Yeah, like preseason, if I remember correctly, the Pistons. The Pistons, if I remember correctly, preseason were picked to win 42
more games than you.
No, hang on. Pistons preseason were picked to win 42 games, and the Celtics were on 41. If I remember preseason odds,
that couldn't have been correct. I mean, you said considering last year they won 44 games. Why would they be going backwards to 40?
They lost Malik.
Okay, they lost Malik,
Easily.
but they
That's
got
a big one.
But they got Duncan Robinson and they got Karis LeVert. I was
And they
huge
suck.
on Karis.
Maybe they
LeVert.
just thought the rest of the conference got better. Remember, people thought Atlanta were going to be good this year.
I had them at the
People
4th seed.
People thought Orlando were going to be really good.
I had them
this
as the
year.
3rd seed.
So like other teams getting better can mean you might win a few less games because those teams have to win more games.
My
So
point
it's
is,
it might not even be an
teams
indictment on Detroit.
I
Yeah,
had them
so
as the 5th seed, but 44 games.
preseason. Okay, my mistake. 46.
Okay,
So 46, and then I think Boston was 42. So
Mhm.
both teams went exactly where you were supposed to go, which is they clipped it by about 20 wins. The argument that I would have is JT wasn't supposed to come back. For the odds makers, I think they were factoring in that the Celtics were actively going to try and lose games.
Mhm.
And I think, like, just to me, it's very weird that you could take a team like the Pistons with that young a roster and dragging to 64 wins, be such a consistently great team, and not get Coach of the Year.
They were a bona fide playoff team last year, and then this year, Cade comes back better. Jalen Duren comes back better. They still got Tobias Harris. I mean, Ron Holland.
Chill, 64 wins.
Yeah, that was a big. I'm not going
They
to
won
argue.
60 games. They won 60.
60. All right.
Yeah, they won 60
Still
games. That's a lot of games.
third best record in the league.
Yeah, that's a lot of
My,
games.
my bad, 60.
Mhm.
So
Detroit
but the
franchise
Celtics,
record, I think.
but the Celtics won 56.
Or
And
close to it.
again, so both teams clipped exactly the same. They both beat their average exactly the same.
Well, I mean, for
They
them
beat
to,
it by 16 games.
but considering what the
Third best
Celtics,
record in Pistons history.
these 60 wins so they won 60 games this year. I mean, those the 88 team, the 88-89 team. I don't think
63, and then in 06 they
63.
went 64.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. But with that Celtic team, all of these guys that they had now have to do more than what they did last year. Like those guys were all like Sam Hauser and Shireman and Cater and Gonzalez, Garza, Walsh. I mean, Ron Harper Jr. is he started game 7. I don't even know what the hell Coach Mazzulla was thinking with that right there. He started him in game 7. Like I don't think that it's realistic to think that if you look at this roster and look at what was going on in the East last year and these teams come back better, to think that this team could win 40 to 45 games, considering what they lost last year. And they end up winning 56 games with Jaylen Brown at the helm and Cater getting better. Walsh got better. All of these guys got better. And I think that had a lot to do with Joe Mazzulla's coaching style. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, they died at the long ball line like they live. But the fact that they won as many games as they won throughout the course of the regular season, I think that's a tribute to what Joe Mazzulla was doing with this group. And I think he maximized them.
Joe, the Coach of the Year award.
I think this Detroit Piston team was already a bona fide playoff team, and they got better. And I think that they upgraded that roster. Even though they did lose Malik Beasley, I do think that they upgraded that roster. I'm not going to argue that JB Bickerstaff didn't do a fantastic job. But I think that what Coach Mazzulla did with this group, considering everybody coming back who wasn't nearly as experienced as what was going on in that Detroit team, I think it's a testament to Joe Mazzulla being the Coach of the Year.
Is it fair to say the Coach of the Year is an apology award? It's a disrespect apology award. We didn't know you were good enough. We didn't think you were this good. I watched Dwayne Casey. Respect Dwayne Casey, good guy, win Coach of the Year. I watched Sam Mitchell win Coach of the Year. Neither one of those guys were even top 5 coaches in the league when they won that award. What they were was they were on a team that was picked to be really bad, and then suddenly the team wasn't that bad. So it's a lazy award, in my humble opinion. It's a lazy award.
I mean, was it lazy when Toronto won? What, they won 59 games that year? That's not lazy. I mean, that Toronto team the year before when they had Dwayne Casey. I mean, the year before they won 51 games. Like you guys weren't a bad team. You were a damn good team. You were an awesome team. And the fact that the next year you win 59 games, I mean, that's not lazy. Like, oh, we know you be this good. It's like, wow, you guys were this good. We already knew that Coach Casey was a good coach, but let's not mistake the fact that Coach of the Year could be a curse. Because remember what happens with Coach of the Year. A lot of these dudes get the can. A lot of these dudes get canned as time goes on. It doesn't take long, but they ultimately get fired, which sucks.
All right, fellas. We're going to go ahead and get to the next super chat. Let me shout out a few other members that joined up. Ace YN, I already gave you a shout out, but you turned your chatter membership into a rookie membership. So I'm going to give you 2 shout outs. You became a member and then you upped your membership to the next tier. Salute to you. Flawless Noobs also became a member. Run My Fade Inc. Run My Fade became a member. G Guy 9215 became a member, and Flawless Noob did the same thing, became a member, and then upped his membership to the next tier. Shout out to Flawless Noobs. All right, the next super chat that I got, we're here, guys. All right, we're where everybody wants to be. Let's go ahead and talk about it. King Sean Black sent through $19.99 and said, I know it's just game 1. But I told you yesterday, we will have Embiid locked up. Maxey might pick it up throughout the series, but the 76ers have no answer for us. Brunson saw all possible matchups and didn't care. Knicks in 5 or 6. Let's talk about it, guys.
No,
I only watched the
think
first
that's
half.
presumptuous.
Obvious
That's
reasons.
all that mattered. The rest of it was
What's
garbage
all that
time.
matter?
I saw something that I don't understand why this hasn't gone on throughout the course of the time with Philly. Go after Joel Embiid. Go after him. Get him into action and keep his ass into action. Get him away from that rim. Get switches. Get him in one-on-ones and attack his ass. He's already laboring. He's already a big part of their offense. Go after him. Don't let him off the hook on any level. Speed the game up. Make him run the floor. That stretch big that you got, crack the long ball. When you got him down low, get guys underneath to push him, to make him less of a rebounder. Go after him more than anybody. Just like what the Atlanta Hawks did with Brunson when they did everything that they could to get him into action, everything that they could to keep him in action. Same thing with Joel Embiid. Go after him. Don't let him off the hook. Keep his ass in the action. Get him switched on to smaller guards. Get him switched on to OG Anunoby and go after him.
I don't think you could take anything away from this game other than the Knicks got the game that they were supposed to get. That team was dead ass tired. Like that Philly team was dead tired. They just came back 3-1. That's exhausting. You got to work extra hard to come back in a series where you're already down.
That's a you
right?
problem, Penn. I'm not trying to hear that. That's a you problem. You dug that hole. It's
No,
great
no,
that you got
no.
out of
Yo,
it.
yo,
It's not a them problem. He never said that.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is why you win games early in the season so you could have home court advantage.
Yes,
you
sir.
don't have to travel, right? Philly had to beat Boston, come back in that series.
They traveled 6 miles.
That's it. Boston to Philly, Boston to New York is 3 hours down the road.
Okay,
That's it.
cool.
Philly and New York, it's a 30-minute drive.
It's an hour and a half up the turnpike.
It's
we
right
ain't got to
up
get
the
on the
block.
plane.
It's
We
right
really
up
don't
the
have to.
block.
We don't have to
Philly
get on
to
the
New
plane.
York is not a yeah, I understand what you're
Philly-
saying.
Philly-
It's about a
Philly to New York,
35-second drive.
It's an hour and a half ride down.
You
down
pull
the
up,
road.
you pull out the driveway, you go left,
35
you
seconds is
pull
crazy.
back in that motherfucker. It's right down the block.
They probably
Traveling ain't
they
nothing.
probably
Man.
bus to goddamn New York. They probably didn't even fly. They probably took a bus to
They don't
that
have
bitch.
to, Penn. It's literally an hour and Drench. It's an hour and a half drive up the turnpike from Philly,
Yeah.
from New York to Philly. An hour and a half. That's it.
Okay.
I mean, New York just beat their ass. That's all you could take away from it. And for all the guys from New York that's in my goddamn comments talking about, yeah. What about number one? Man, I'm still going with the same shit. I got Philly in 7. It is what it is.
Possibly. All I know is that they Ubered. They Ubered from the crib to Madison Square Garden. The travel wasn't no big deal. When is game 2?
It's tomorrow. Right?
Tomorrow. So are they gonna be rested?
I don't
I mean, they
I
only
think-
played
or is
half.
this-
They didn't show up in game 1, so they're gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean,
rested.
you could argue
They
that
jogged
they
around.
only played the first half, but like, I think you play a grueling 7-game series where you got to come back 3-1, and your team like is relying on, especially a big man who's already not 100%. Yeah, fatigue is definitely going to be a factor, but I think the Knicks' offense was humming on all cylinders. Brunson was obviously going crazy. To Chill's point about attack Joel Embiid. I mean, we know he can only play drop coverage. You have a pick and pop big, and you have someone who's one of the best intermediate shot makers in the league. That should kill drop coverage in theory. Anyway, that should kill drop coverage. So knowing that, I think The Sixers got to be better. Just trying to stay with Brunson, stay attached around screens. You probably got to match up Embiid more with Josh Hart as opposed to Cat. That's just probably not a good matchup. And then offensively, Maxey and Embiid, their two-man game got neutralized a lot. And that's just not tenable for them. They've got to be better collectively and individually. Embiid did a good job of getting the bigs in foul trouble in the first when the game was competitive. But they just didn't have anything. The only Sixer I'd say who really showed up for it was probably Paul George.
And I have to give you credit
from my perspective watching the game.
I do. I have to give you credit.
But I didn't see what happened in the second half. Maybe someone picked up in the second half.
A little bit more. Everything that you said is just more of that.
Yeah,
and
I didn't watch the second half. The first half I seen enough. They were down 200. I was like, yeah, this game's over.
And I got to give you credit, Mars, because I talked about Tyrese Maxey's ability as a one-on-one ISO scorer. Well, when he gets chased off that screen, which is what they were doing yesterday, when they were switching and running him off the long and running him closer to the long ball line, now they making him more of a one-on-one guy. He can't beat OG Anunoby off the dribble. He can't beat Mikal off the dribble. And I'm thinking, okay, I ain't asking you to have Kyrie Irving handle or something like that, but when he's getting chased off that screen and then now he's pushed to the break and he's just trying to blow past OG Anunoby, and OG Anunoby is just beating him to the spot, or Mikal Bridges is just now beating him to the spot. Now he's late in the shot clock and he's taking shots that are bad shots. So you know what, Mars, that isolation thing I think is definitely a thing. I need
to give him more credit because he played well against the Celtics.
The reason why, Mars, is because I seen him as an isolation player and it looked good. And not just against the Celtics, but throughout the course of the season, I did see him as an isolation guy, and it did look good. The Knicks shut that down yesterday. The Knicks shut that down.
It didn't look good. Chill's eyes are deceiving him. It does not look good when Tyrese Maxey isolates. It never has, never will. Okay, never will is hyperbolic. I don't know what he's going to turn into. It never has thus far. It just hasn't. Regular season, playoffs, wherever you want to slice it. Tyrese Maxey in isolation is a win for the defense 8 times out of 10. It just is. That's not his game, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's playing off of a big who commands a lot of attention. Use that to your advantage. He's the fastest man on the planet. Use that to your advantage. He shoots the hell out of the ball from 3. Use that to your advantage. It's not an issue that he's not a great isolation. There's no perfect basketball players. The one thing Tyrese Maxey's not good at offensively is self-created isolation scoring. That's the one thing he's not good at, in terms of scoring ability. So just don't make him do that. And the issue is when you go up against the Knicks, if he's not creating that separation off those screens, they're forcing him to do that. And he needs to find a way to be more effective. Embiid needs to find a way to be more effective. Defensively, they've got to make the Knicks more uncomfortable, and I think that starts with taking Embiid off Cat. He can't be defended in the action as much as he was yesterday. So change the matchups up a little bit. VJ's got to offer more resistance on Jalen Brunson. I know it's a hard task, but he's got to. I don't think game ones ever show you that this series is over or whatever. I don't buy into that. But the Knicks shown over the last 3 or 4 games they've played, this is the level the Knicks Knicks fans and whoever believe in them going to the finals, whatever. The last 3 or 4 games they've played, this is the vision. This is what they do. So if they can keep this up, this series should be quick if they're able to keep playing at this level. But the Sixers have some things that they need to address, in my opinion, and I think they can address them.
Who's the best player in the series?
Brunson.
Just in a vacuum, who's the best basketball player? Joel Embiid.
Right, and that's what I'm thinking that they're thinking. They're thinking that we got a guy who we think is the best player in this series when he's healthy, and he's not healthy right now. We also have a jump shooting point guard that we think could maybe be the second best player in this series for a couple of games at least, and he don't have legs right now. That's a real jump shooter. Okay, that's not a set shooter. That's not a guy who has a counter to that. So Tyrese Maxey, when he has dead legs late in games or whatever, it's a miss. It's just that's not his game. So while I appreciate the fact that they kind of took the game off yesterday, I personally wish they would have just forfeited that bullshit because it was just embarrassing. I also believe there's a mental chess match that you're playing with the other team where right now, maybe if it works out in your favor, now the Knicks kind of come out very overconfident and then you punch them in the face in game 2. I think game 2 could be very different. Very, very different. I think Joel Embiid could score 35 points and shut this shit down real quick. they don't have a matchup for him either.
So if that's true, then the idea
Cat cannot guard him, Chill.
I don't think there's anybody that can guard Joel Embiid in the league. Nobody can guard him. That's not the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is that with this group being tired, so if Cat comes out with a day's rest, exactly like he just did with a day's rest against Boston, then I think we got to throw that theory out that they were tired. And to put some context on this, Ox, in terms of the proximity of Philadelphia and New York, just so you know, Wilt Chamberlain, when he played for the 76ers, he lived in New York City. JJ Redick, when he played for Brooklyn, he lived in Philadelphia. That's how close it is.
I thought you was about to say Will Chamberlain walked. I was about to say, get the fuck out of here.
Relax. Relax, Trey.
There's no way he walked.
Yes. And another fun fact for you guys, the night that he scored 100 against the Knicks, just so you know, he rode back with the Knicks players to New York. He jumped in the car with them and rode back to New York with them.
This motherfucker Will was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Yeah. Can I catch a ride with you guys back to the city? Because that's where he lived in New York City.
Chill, he ain't asked him.
Yeah.
He probably said, "Move over, I'm driving."
Yeah,
it's my car now.
He jumped in the ride and said, "Yo, can I get a ride back to the city with you guys?" Man. And they did. They rode. He rode back to the city with them.
I'll tell you what. I ain't going for that.
Not after putting 100 on us, you're gonna have to figure out. Get your ass out of here. You ain't riding with us. I don't think so. No,
you're not making it home.
No,
Ox, they was still starstruck.
You are making it home. You just ain't making
he probably signed their shoes and all type of stuff. Oh yeah, man, I'll sign your shoes. Let me jump in.
No, you ain't getting in the car with us. I'm good. But anyway, I don't want to throw us off. I don't want to throw us off the track. It's just the pin to your point about them being worn down. I mean, I think the fact that you still are hot, so to speak, as opposed to Oklahoma City, for example, who they hadn't played since last Monday, so they've been sitting around. This Laker team has still, I mean, I think they just ended that series, Friday, something like that? I want to say Friday. So being off for a whole week, I think that hampers you a lot more than a team that hasn't
it's case by case
that much rest.
It's case by case.
The Philadelphia 76ers, I keep using them as an example.
They're old, Chill. Philly's old.
Actually, they're not old.
Joel Embiid's like 100 years old.
Okay, so Joel Embiid is 31.
Paul George is 36, 37?
35.
Yeah, that's those are
his birthday just happened.
Two of your three best players.
No, his birthday is this month. He'll be 36.
Game 7 was his birthday. They spoke about it on the podcast.
It was.
Unless they just lied to me.
Yeah,
I think Paul George just turned 35, right? Didn't he?
35?
Yeah, he just turned 36. So he's
36.
So Paul George, okay. With the exception of Paul George, I mean the rest of those guys. I mean Maxi's young.
Chill. I just told you.
VJ's a baby.
Maxi's young, but Maxi's also played the most minutes in the league this year. Yeah. So it's like.
Which doesn't bother him at all.
And y'all got to remember too. Paul George is rested up.
Clearly, I mean, you can still be tired.
Yeah, don't forget, Alex, he missed a month and a half because
Paul George sat down for 25 games.
I think Paul George looked really good yesterday.
Yes, he did. He looked great.
I think there's something to that. I'm not going to say it's entirely a fatigue factor. I think Embiid is just going to get fatigued regardless of rest at this point. Like, he's just got to play his way into tip-top shape, and it's difficult considering the circumstances, and there's no excuse. At the end of the day, you got to play these games. It took you 7 games to beat Boston, which means you had a short turnaround to go beat New York, and you didn't, but now you're down 1-0. Game 2 is tomorrow. You're going to have the same amount of rest as you had going from game 7 to game 1, as game 1 to game 2. It's going to be the same way from game 2 to game 3. You're not going to get extra rest. So at some point, you got to overcome that hurdle if you want to win these games. So Embiid's got to be better. Maxi's got to be better. VJ's got to be better at the point of attack. Switch some of the matchups. And I think this series can still be competitive. I'm not writing off the series based on one game. Now, if the
losing by 40, Mars?
Yeah. Huh?
Losing by 40 though.
Yeah, I mean, what they say after the game, they said lose.
I mean, I said it to Carson last week. The playoffs isn't about boosting net rating. It's not about winning 2 games by 40. If one team wins 3 games by 40 and you win 4 games by 1, who advances in the series? The team that won 4 games by 1. Sure. So at the end of the day, I don't care if you win by 40 or if you win by 1. Win the game. This is the same thing that happened to the Sixers against Boston. When they lost, they got blown out. When they won, the games were competitive. That's probably going to be their formula for winning games. Like, it's typically going to be how it goes. But at the end of the day, if they win 4 games, who cares how they get it done?
People absolutely care nowadays because what I've discovered this whole season is it's not actually about winning the final score. It's not actually about winning the basketball game. We don't care about that. If in the series, if you win 3 games by 40, that's 120 points, right? But if you lose those other 4 games by 1, and that's -4, so it's 100 plus 116, right? That's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? At the end of No. It's 3 times.
Good old plus minus.
No.
3 by 40 is 120.
120. Minus 4 is
140.
No.
That's
wrong. That's math wrong. Yeah, so we've discovered that this year it's not about actually winning the final score. It's about
margin of victory,
margin, all that type of stuff is what really matters. Hey, Drench, but I did hear that that Wilt, instead of going to shoot around, used to just jog to the arena to warm up. He did actually jog to the game a couple times to warm up. That's documented. That's documented.
Yeah, everything is documented except for my reason why he passed away. But hey, we gonna keep that. We gonna keep that in out.
But no, I do think that the Knicks are probably the better team in this series. That doesn't mean Philly can't win it. And obviously we're not going to just take game 1 as what to expect for the rest of the series. But I think the Knicks probably have the upper hand.
Philly ain't winning another game. If we taking this for face value, Philly ain't winning another game.
That's how most people do think. Every time a team wins game 1, it's like, oh, they're going to win the series.
Yeah.
And then every time a team, and then it's tied 1-1, it's like, oh, now the team that won, they figured them out. Now they're going to win this. Like, it's very reactionary after every single game of the series.
Wait, Chill, is that your take? Is that your take? You don't got the Knicks winning another game?
No, that is not my take at all, sir.
So I want to ask. To the coaches up here. If you have a starting lineup, right? Yeah, you have a starting lineup, and you're a pretty mediocre team, and somebody tells you that when this one player off your bench plays with 4 of your starters, your team outscores the other team by about 20 points per 100 possessions. But your starting lineup is like losing games by 2 points per 100 possessions. Is that valuable information to you that you might need to make a change in your starting lineup? Or are you just going to say that's plus minus on off bullshit?
No, I don't know if you switch that to your starting lineup, because I like for my second unit to be so much better than your second unit. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not your second unit. It's your starting lineup plus one player off your second unit.
That's a lot.
It's a big swing.
It depends on how deep your rotation.
It depends on when you're playing.
It's a hypothetical because like when people say like, it's not about winning games or whatever, I think that's a straw man argument. I don't think anyone up here is arguing that it's not about winning games. The Atlanta Hawks won
I've
2
learned
games.
I've learned that this season.
Yes, but I'm saying like whoever you learned that from, I don't think that that's true, and I hope that that's not what anyone up here is actually saying. I hope nobody up here is saying, oh, well, I mean, again, like some people up here are saying, it doesn't matter that you lost the game. Look at this on-off shit. But I don't think that's what anyone else, I don't think that's what I'm ever saying. Just because I'm saying like, yo, this 5-man unit is really outperforming this other 5-man unit. I don't think I'm ever saying like, it doesn't matter that they lost the game. Like those are 2 different arguments. Like the Atlanta Hawks won 2 games in that series against the Knicks, and they won by a combined 2 points.
Right.
They still won. They still had the Knicks on the ropes, right? The Knicks blew them out.
Smoked them.
In almost every single game. It's still one win. So, yeah, like I guess I understand that a 40-point loss feels humiliating, but I kind of agree with Paul George like after the game where he said 1 point, 40 points still loss.
Oh, he said that too? Hey, look at me and Paul George, man. Yeah, we're on the same page.
I mean, somebody from the Sixers said it. It could have been Paul George. It could have been Tyrese Maxey. Somebody.
But to your point,
alike, right, Penn?
To your point, though, Penn, when you
I served that up for you, and you were just like, alley-oop.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But I think, Penn, to your point, as a numbers guy, when you're losing close games, like when you're losing by 1, when you're losing by 2. I mean, I think that it has a bigger effect on you because you're giving your all. Like when you lose by 40, like multiple times, like that could break you a lot more. Like we're not even in these games.
Chill, I do get what you're saying. There is a psychological factor, but it also could be something like actually what happened last night. When these niggas get hot, they get hot, and when we're cold, we're cold. Like my thing is like because it's bigger swing factors. Like, and we can use Boston as an example. When Boston are making threes, they're more susceptible to beat a team by 20 as opposed to them losing by 5. when they're not making threes, their defense can still keep them in the game. And more than likely, they'll probably lose a game by, or they'll either win a game by a small margin or they'll lose a game by a few points. So it's like Boston is a team with a big swing factor. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's the Knicks, but I will point out one thing that I believe was the biggest swing factor last night and why I'm not overreacting. A top 5-10 scorer in the league went ballistic in the first quarter. Like, boy, if Joel Embiid scores 27 points in the first quarter last night and Jalen Brunson doesn't do what he does, he gets off to a slow start, the Sixers probably beat the hell out of the Knicks too. Like, anytime a player comes out and gives you 27 like that in the first quarter, more than likely, like, the game's going to get put at. No, he did it in the first quarter. He scored 27 points in the first quarter. Like, Jalen Brunson came and kicked the door down. Like, that was a JB statement game. It was as simple as that. That's how I'm writing it off. I'm just saying Jalen Brunson was the best player in the world last night. It was in the first half?
That's what I said. 27.
Yeah, I was like,
okay,
my
bad.
Like, no way he had 27 in the first quarter.
No, he didn't.
27.
My bad, but yeah,
points to the pass.
He just went crazy in that first half. And I think that for the most part, and then the Knicks shot 51% from three. For the most part, I believe that was just a Jalen Brunson statement game. He came out and was the best player on the court, and they had nothing for him. And also, too, I don't necessarily think that's how the series is going to go. I don't think Jalen Brunson's going to average 35 for the series. I don't think he's going to go crazy every game. He has the capability to, but I'm not too mad at VJ. I'm not too mad at some of them other defenders. Quentin Grimes was getting fried, but I'm still not too mad at Quentin Grimes. I just think JB, like, when a shooter like that gets it going, when Jalen Brunson sees his first 3 shots go in and he like, oh, yeah, I got it tonight.
I just think it's
I'm at home. It just is what it is.
Y'all agree with Hakamich in the second quarter?
I mean, yeah.
Why not? To be honest with you, I was surprised that San Antonio didn't do it more to Rudy. I was actually, because I thought they were going to.
There's a downside to hacking, though.
Why?
Like, there's so many downsides to hacking.
Momentum.
Because if I can get you with 3 fouls, I take him out the game.
Picking up fouls. But I mean, they use Justin Edwards to foul. Like, no disrespect, it's not like.
But for team fouls, if I get you the foul,
yeah, exactly, you're in the bonus. Yeah, but that's why they wait till like they didn't start Hakamich until like there was like 3 minutes left in the corner. You can only do it for a minute. So like they already knew where they were at. It's not like you're gonna start hacking 10 minutes on the clock. So like they're strategic of it. And the guy also went 0 for 4. So I mean, like, it worked. Like that part of it worked. And they had to sub in what's his name, Ariel, for like 20 seconds until it was under 2 minutes. I'm always on the side. If your team has a guy who can't make free throws,
and you were down 5, and I mean, like, from a basketball god's perspective, it just feels like you're chopping up the game, and it's loser shit.
Well, we have to use everything
Like,
that we have.
Is it losership when teams play against the Pistons and they leave Asar Thompson wide open?
No, that's not.
No,
that's a great game plan.
Is it losership when teams see Trae Young on the other end and they attack him relentlessly on defense?
No.
Then I don't understand why the same thing with free throws.
That's a game plan, Penn. Like that's part of the game.
Basketball is a game of momentum.
Sure.
Right? Like you play within a certain rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to, like, okay, so from a strategic standpoint, you hacking them slows the game down, and I'm not necessarily sure you want to get into that. Like, pacing, is it in your favor to slow this down or not? You completely limit transition because every time you got to take the ball out of bounds or whatever. Like you
can push off Mitchell Robinson's miss.
You can, but like it's not necessarily the same thing as pushing off of like an unset floor with like live ball transition.
Sure.
You're giving them a chance to rest as well. You're dragging out the game, and if they're the more tired team, in this case they were not, but like. I just think like basketball is such a game of like flow and rhythm. And when you start hacking guys, like not only is it very boring for the fans, which is a part of it, but it also kind of screws up like just with the internal rhythm of how you players prefer to play basketball.
But a lot of it is situational basketball too, Penn. Like, for example, hacking it. They're not going to start hacking Mitchell Robinson when Philly is on a run. No, they're not going to do that. Because they got them on their heels. But if the game is
trying to stop the run Day was on, which they was on a run because Brunson weren't missing.
Right. They're not going to do that.
I think it's also psychologically conceding, like we can't, this is how we're going to beat you.
Or it's a great game plan to get the ball back.
Okay. As a player, As a player, Chill, if I tell you that the way we're going to beat this team is we're going to hack their best free throw. Look, I understand when you do it to Shaq, it's a very different situation you do it to Mitchell Robinson, right? And I mean, you're playing the odds. Like, he's a horrible free throw shooter. I get it. You want to play him off the floor because if they go double big, that's trouble for you. I get it. Right. But that being said, like, if he's gonna go to the line and he makes one of two, like, shit, that might just be average offense for this
or
series.
0 for 6. He can miss all 6.
I mean, they did it twice and he went 0 for 4. It worked. And I mean, at the end of the day, Mitchell Robinson sucks at free throws. This is a time where going into that, like, before they started intentionally fouling, the Knicks were like, their offense was just humming. And the Sixers offense, like, wasn't exactly flowing either. These teams are also two very slow-paced teams. Like we all said, the Sixers definitely have a fatigue factor playing a part of it. So yeah, it does give the Knicks time to rest. It also gives the Sixers time to rest. Like, I don't really see the downside of trying it. This is a team that it was 24-19 when they started doing it. And after they started doing it, it was still 24-19. Like, at the end of the day, the Sixers just didn't score. But neither did the Knicks in that time frame. So, like, it worked for what it was meant to do. And it also got Mitchell Robinson subs out the game, which is good because Mitchell Robinson, good player. So you want him off the court. At the end of the day, if you don't want to be intentionally fouled, learn how to make some free throws. That's where I stand.
You played yourself off the court. That's exactly
learn how to make some free throws. There's no reason why we are in the playoffs and you were shooting 29% from the line. You're a professional basketball player. Make some free throws.
Which now moves this series to game 2, where some adjustments have to be made with Nick Nurse. And I think that, I mean, I know how you feel about Nick Nurse, Penn, but I do think that he's a good coach. I do think I'm going to see some more zone. I think that we're going to keep Joel Embiid away from as much of the action as possible. I think that him as a weak side rebounder, I think it's going to be better because, again, with that double big and with that double big lineup with both Cat and Mitchell Robinson in it, I mean, they attack Joel Embiid on the glass. So with that being said, that limits his second chance opportunities. Well, when we in zone, we can absolutely thwart that. And I don't mean on offense. I mean on defense. You can't attack me. You can't put me into action. You could try to overload you could try to overload that side of the floor, but I got guys over there to protect me in the zone. Now when we talk about offense, now I can put Joel Embiid more in the middle of the floor because I'm watching him in the mid-range. Not bad at all. He actually can still knock down that mid-range shot. So I think the key to Joel Embiid being effective in this series, we have to play some more zone and keep him as far away from the action as possible. That way he's viable on offense.
Absolutely, Chill. And I mean, like, the real reason that I got a real big issue with Hacker Mitch is because Nick Nurse decided to do it.
I think Nick Nurse, I said it yesterday, I think Nick Nurse and his staff just decided to troll in the regular season because what I've seen in the playoffs, their offense is running more stuff, which is interesting. A lot of stuff I didn't see in the regular season. Defensively, they seem to be more on the string. Now, they got fried defensively yesterday, but just in terms of like the peel switching I'm seeing, like they're doing shit they weren't doing in the regular season. I don't know what that's about.
He's really good at making adjustments, though. He's really good at
maybe him and his staff are just playoff risers. We say that shit for players. Maybe there's coaches who are playoff risers and there's coaches who are playoff droppers. I don't know, but what I've seen from the Sixers, I've been impressed with how they've been running.
So, or how about this for an idea, Ox? How about I'm not going to show you my whole playbook. I'm only going to show you a little bit of it.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
Then I'll crack the playbook open. I mean, Eric Spoelstra is notorious for losing games in the regular season, trying things that's not even in the playbook, but he's notorious for doing that. So come playoff time,
like Bam 81. I mean, Bam 83. He tried that shit.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't even think the Sixers weren't even trying shit. It just like to Jordan's point, junk basketball. I think is what he called it.
Yeah, junk
ball. That's a lot of what the Sixers were doing during the regular season. Now in the playoffs, it hasn't really been like that. They've also like chaotic. During the regular season, they've been like one of the worst third quarter teams ever. I just watched them play against Boston, and every time they started getting back in the games, it was in the third quarter. So like I'm just seeing a completely different shift from where they were in the regular season. And then so schematically it looks different, defensively it looks different, and then in terms of like strengths and weaknesses in the regular season, they're different. So I don't know. I think maybe their coaching staff are just playoff risers over there.
There's a really cool video by Thinking Basketball about the 2020 series between Brad Stevens and Nick Nurse, and talking about all the adjustments they made in that series that ended up going down to a game 7. Nick Nurse is a lot of things, Stupid he is not. That I'll say. Yeah. So
yeah,
you know,
shout out to them.
he can definitely
Shout out to OG
figure out.
Anunoby, by the way. We didn't speak about him.
Oh, yeah.
So I waited for Ox to leave so that we didn't have to spend too long on it.
He's amazing.
Because I tweeted yesterday that OG Anunoby is better than some people who made the All-Star game, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Like,
Brandon Ingram.
He's better than
Norman
there was
Powell.
how many All-Stars? 24.
He's better than 5 of them at least.
He's better than at least 5 or 6. Like, he's just better than them. So
100%.
shout out to OG Anunoby.
So the All-Star team this season, Mars. So I got Scottie Barnes, Devin Booker. You tell me when to stop. Scottie Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade, During, and Chet, Jalen Johnson, Maxey.
He might be better than Jalen Duren and Jalen Johnson. Like, he might be better than those two.
Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Curry, who didn't play because he was hurt, KD, Foxy, Brandon Ingram, James, Leonard, Donovan Mitchell.
He's better than Brandon Ingram.
Team World, I got Giannis, Denny Advia, Luka, Shea, Joker, Murray, Norman Powell, who I think he's better than Norman Powell, Alperen Sengun, Siakam, Kat, Vic, the Wembanyama.
He's better than Şengün too.
He's better than Norman Powell and Şengün. He might be better than Denny, depending on how I feel.
That's like 6 guys.
But you know what, Mars? I hate that you giving Ox some credit, because when I said what I said about OG a while back,
What'd you say about OG?
that he might need his own team. I'm just saying.
Oh no, I still don't believe in that.
He might need his own team.
I think he still can't dribble the basketball, but like everything else he does
consistently.
Is like, everything else is so like he shoots the hell out the ball. When he's under the rim, he dunks everything. His defense is S tier for wings in the league. Like, he's so versatile. He's added like a mid-post game to where he can punish smalls on him now. Like, he's the perfect complementary piece. And maybe if he was on his own team, maybe you'd see like an expanded offensive game. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I don't think that still maximizes OG Anunoby. I think OG Anunoby right now is in the perfect position to maximize how good he is. And I think he provides all-star impact. So was he ever going to make an all-star team? I doubt it. He's going to be averaging like 18 and 6. So I doubt he's ever going to make an all-star team. But he's absolutely better than some people who've made the all-star game. And I'm definitely looking at Norman Powell and Alperen Şengün when I say that. He is better than those two.
He wanted more touches in Toronto. And Fred, Pascal, all these guys, Gary, they were all ahead of him in the offense, which I very much disagreed with. I said it back then in 2021. We need to trade everybody but OG and Scottie and rebuild this whole thing around these two. And people thought I was absolutely insane. Back in 2017, it was OG and Anunoby who was guarding LeBron James in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That was the great hope for the Toronto Raptors.
Getting fried, but he was trying.
I mean, he did not get fried, Joe. He did a better job than anybody in Raptors history on LeBron. He did a good
That's
job.
Not saying
no, it's not saying much because the other guys are terrible. But I'm just saying, like, he represented a lot of hope, and there were some people. I'm not putting names to it, but in 2017, people were like, "This could be Kawhi Leonard. This could be our Kawhi Leonard." That's how high people were on him. And then it was like the next year, Pascal emerged and he just took his spot, in a lot of ways. And then the NBA Finals run, where Kawhi comes, OG is learning from him. He has the appendectomy. He has to miss the entire playoff run, and Pascal just rises to this new level, and he's his playoff hero. And OG is kind of like this pariah. And I feel like if he didn't have that appendectomy, he might have been the hero in the playoffs.
And he's had some injury history too. And in addition to what was going on in Toronto, he's had some injury history.
That's a big stop and go thing, because when you get injured, like especially if you enter the offseason injured, now you can't work on your game. And he had Chill, like when you don't play basketball for 2 months or a month and a half, you got to get back into the rhythm. So you spend half your season just trying to get back into rhythm, while the other guy's always in rhythm, right?
Anthony Edwards is proving that right now.
Yeah, like so in 2017, you could not have ever convinced me that Pascal Siakam was going to have a better career than OG Anunoby. I would not have believed you. But that's the way it has gone. Pascal has made all NBA teams. He's got an Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And meanwhile, OG kind of stuck in this like role player role, both in Toronto and now in New York. And he probably walked into New York thinking he was going to be second option. And then they go and trade for Mikal Bridges and Cat. So it's like,
I know one thing is a fact though, Drench. Since we're on the subject of appendectomy, it's always something with Joel Embiid, man. I seen this dude get hit with a screen and double over. I'm like, man, give me a break, yo.
that was dirty.
He's got
That was a dirty
open
play.
wounds.
That was
Yeah.
a dirty play.
And Mikhail came and hit him right in his
He
midsection.
did it on purpose too. It's not like he.
I mean, that's part of the play. At the end of the day, if you're out there and we
always
know you
something
got
with
something
this guy,
going on,
man.
like, yeah, I might run through this screen a little harder. Hell yeah, like it's the playoffs. At the end of the day, you're gonna do what you need to do. Like that's the best player on their team. We know he's dealing with something, but he out there just like I'm out there. Yeah, I might. You what was it when Kobe ran through that Pau Gasol screen? To like 3-point or whatever. Like obviously Pau Gasol weren't dealing with something, but let's like at the end of the day, if we're out there, we're competing, and I know you got something going on. I'm not saying I'm out there to hurt you, like intentionally, like, but I am saying, yeah, I might run through the screen a little bit harder. Like that's what I gotta do. Like at the end of the day, I don't think it's that. Yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, Embiid knows what he's out. Like he has to set screens. He's a big, but he also knows the risk that comes with that. And this is the thing: he goes out there in the playoffs knowing the risk every year because he's never healthy this time of year.
And it sucks. That's the problem because he's so damn good that I would just like to see him whole, and I'm never going to see him whole. And it always
he
just seems to be something always. And yes,
he's healthy right now though. So
I mean, he's what he is, Ron. He's as healthy as he's going to be.
This is the closest to health you're probably gonna get with.
Yes, he's as healthy as he's. This is.
He just has an open wound from surgery he had 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
this is about as healthy as we're gonna get.
Yo, Mars.
About as healthy as
he was negative 24 last night. I just want to put that on record.
I think the whole starting lineup was negative 20.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson was plus 27. Hey,
they got obliterated
game
yesterday. Like if I'm the Sixers, like yeah, you gotta watch the film. This game really ain't even happened for real. Like if I'm the Sixers,
that's exactly.
Yeah, we gonna watch the film. Whatever,
quarter. Once he got going,
I'm honest. I'm gonna watch film of the first quarter. Everything else, we're gonna have to watch our regular season matchup.
You don't even really watch that film, to be honest. Like y'all, we all know we came in and got the shit beat out of us. Like it's no need for us to like go back and sort of scientifically prove why we got our ass whooped. Like they got out to a hot start. Like it is what it is. Scratch that game. Let's come back with a
short-term memory. Short-term memory.
Yeah, I don't think they give a shit though. I don't think they really care, to be honest. It's like shit, they lost. Shit, you get first to beat me to 4 games. That's it. Y'all know how it is. A team can beat y'all ass in middle school, and you'll be like, shit, wait till we get them next year. Like, nigga, y'all got the shit beat out y'all. Ain't nobody give a shit. You know what I mean? You'll be ready to play next game.
And with that being said, we're not going to talk about that game one anymore. Well, we probably will, but we're going to actually transition to super chats. So let's go ahead and do it. I got to shout out a couple new members as well. And then fellas, we're going to read a few super chats, and then I want you guys' predictions on game one of the games tonight. We got the Cavs versus the Pistons first, and then we have the Lakers playing in Oklahoma City. Before we do that though, let me shout out to Paper Stacks. Paper Stacks became a new member. SJF313 also became a new member. Ball So Hard became a new member. And MB2515 also became a member. It's Chris Jones sent through a super chat and said, how many more games will it take to recognize the best player in this series is the same guy it was 2 years ago, Jalen MF Brunson? Him and Cade, the best guards in the East, period.
Yeah.
Who else would it be? Maxey?
You don't think Maxey could be better than him for a couple of games?
Yeah. No, but I'm in a vacuum.
You only need a couple.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah, but there's two different things. Are you saying best in the best? Who can play better in a series or in games? Yeah, I think Maxey can outplay whoever. But in terms of just in a vacuum, the two best guards in the East, it's quite obviously Cade and Brunson. Hallie's not healthy. I'm talking about
no, he's not. And Donovan Mitchell did not play well enough to be in this space, right? No, he didn't. No, he did not.
I think Maxey in that tier.
I don't, but I understand why people would.
Donovan Mitchell in that tier too.
Yeah, he is. He just didn't play well enough. He did not play well enough to be in that conversation right now. No.
He better play better tonight.
Well, he better play. I got Detroit winning tonight's game, by the way. Yeah, I got Detroit winning tonight.
All right. Well, and we'll get to that in a second, chill. Dave Trill became a YouTube member. Snowbird Sneakers became a YouTube member. And Hills G also became a YouTube member. Salute to those three. The next super chat I got, you guys knew this was coming. From Bob Solo, said at Damo. Damn, Damo catching strays and he not up here. At Damo, Paul George better than OG. Paul George, 17 points, 55% from the field, 66% from three. OG Anunoby, 18 points, 87% from the field, 100% from three. It's cool. The Knicks got Brunson. This is game one of the series. Swiper and pin. Keep hating on the Knicks. It's fuel for the fire. Go New York, go. Damn, you a Knicks hater? I thought that was your squad.
Hater. I'm not a Knicks hater. First of all, I'm Spurs FC right now in this order. Spurs FC, Pistons FC, OKC FC, OG Anunoby FC, and Ant FC. That's the only FCs. And by the way, I'm not usually one to have multiple FCs, so I welcome me to the club of bandwagoners.
No, we're going to welcome you to the streets.
And is a loyalist.
I see you getting active, boy. I see you.
So I told y'all, I stand on business. If the Raptors are in it, I'm for the Raptors. When the Raptors are out of it, I'm for the Pistons and the Spurs. That's it. That's where we are. And the OKC Thunder. But I would tell you this. Charlie Brown, Millie Bobby Brown, James Brown. Give me any Brown, not Jaylen Brown. So goodbye, Celtics. That is the team I legit hating on. And did y'all spend any time talking about what Jaylen Brown said?
We a little bit of time.
I didn't watch his stream.
Season of his career was that shit.
He said his favorite season.
Favorite season was the one where Jason Tatum missed the entire year. Oh, that's
it factually was the best season of his career.
I expect that from you.
Scottie Pippen's best season of his career was when Jordan was not there. So
that's some
I actually think
mentality,
I think the year Jordan came back in 95, 96.
That's that loser mentality.
So, but what if Scottie said that his favorite season was a season that Jordan wasn't there? Would that be an issue?
Bro, Scottie is on crack. I don't know what to tell you.
He's on crack for that being him being the number one option, and he got to be the man and run the show for that being his favorite season. What? Like what?
Respect Tony Kukoc. Respectfully. Respect Tony Kukoc.
Sure. Okay, and Scottie Pippen was still the number one option.
I just don't think there's no big deal about someone's favorite season not being one where they win a championship or whatever. Like
that was the best time I had. That's essentially all he's saying. Yo, it's the best time.
Players and athletes and people in general tend to prefer when they face adversity, right? When they overcome something. In Jaylen Brown's mind, I don't know him, but I'm assuming in Jaylen Brown's mind, a season in which everyone wrote off his team, a season in which people said he couldn't do X, Y, and Z, a season in which he goes out and then does X, Y, and Z, wins 50 plus games without the player who people told him he couldn't do that without. Yeah, I'm not surprised he would view that as his favorite season, as opposed to a year in which he won a championship in which they were by far and away the best team in the league. Like, I'm not surprised he views that as his favorite season. I'm not surprised Scottie Pippen would view the 94 season as his favorite season, despite going out in the second round, not winning a championship. I'm not surprised by that. It's different with Steph, but Steph winning a championship in 22, I'm not surprised he would view that as a more of a favorable season as opposed to his years with Kevin Durant. I wouldn't be surprised if he were to say that, because people and athletes in general tend to prefer when they overcome something. And in Jaylen Brown's mind, he probably feels he overcame narratives against him, the idea that he can't do this, the fact that his whole team was written off all year. Yeah, it's not.
You don't think winning Finals MVP?
I don't think that's newsworthy.
Finals MVP was overcoming adversity.
No, because they dominated both of those series in a way everyone knew they would. I don't think.
Everybody.
And I said, yeah, Steph 22
everybody knew they were going to beat the Sixers, right? Everybody knew they were going to beat the Sixers. Everybody picked. I don't know a single person on earth that picked the Philadelphia 76ers. You picked Philly to beat them.
Mars had them.
Oh, my bad.
Was it Philly in 7 Mars or Philly in 6?
6.
Philly in 6.
When it went 1-1, I chose Philly too. Once Joel was, announced he was going to come back.
5, and that was actually working when they went up 3-1. That was working.
My bad. So Vegas had the Boston Celtics as the favorites in the East. So by your logic,
once Tatum
had they won this series, won the next series, this would no longer be his favorite season, because they just took everyone they were supposed to be.
The adversity,
they would be favored in every single series that they played.
Once Tatum got back, I'll tell you what's real loser mentality.
losing in the playoffs and pretending like you don't care and going to hang out with some horses. That's some loser shit right there. Oh yeah, I don't care. This doesn't mean anything to me. I love my horses.
Yes, he does.
That's some loser shit right there.
No, that's just not true. I mean,
No,
you can't be that good
because
and
Nikola
not
Jokic
care.
literally did not make any excuses. He did not say, "Oh, it's because of injuries or whatever." He said, "No, we don't make excuses. We need to play better.
All
I
right,
need to
Penn,
play
I
better."
shouldn't have said that. I was just joking. I don't think it's loser mentality. I don't. I really don't. I think it's actually very healthy to be able to disconnect from basketball and going to do something else with your life. Like,
Shit, call me what you want.
Hey,
If I lose on the panel, if I get cooked on the panel, or if I go play a game and I lose, I'm running straight to my horse stable. I'm going straight to straight to the Stallions. Do you feel me?
No, I honestly, I just said that just bullshitting with you, Penn. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I hope you can forgive me for that. I think it's very healthy for professionals in any field to be able to disconnect from something that's strenuous on their body, their mind, and their family, and be able to go and enjoy your life, regardless if you win the championship or lose the championship. I don't think that Nikola Jokic has loser mentality for that.
But the difference but the difference with that, Deluxe, is if you don't, then you don't care about basketball. Even though I do other shit besides play basketball. Like, this ain't the only thing that I do.
It would be very weird for me to listen to Kobe Bryant.
I do other things besides play basketball.
If I heard that Kobe Bryant's
basketball.
favorite season was 2006, I would be very disturbed. I'm just saying.
I'm fairly
That would
sure
be
you asked
disturbing.
Kobe Bryant his
These people are
favorite
human
season, it wouldn't be years with Shaq.
These,
No,
I
it
mean,
would not be.
But
he won a
these people are
championship
human
as the
beings.
number one option, so
You
that would be his
these-
favorite season,
to
and I
them-
would
to
understand
these
that.
people-
Yeah, and I'm sure if Jaylen Brown, I'm not wishing injury on Jason Tatum again, but if Jason Tatum were to miss a full season and Jaylen Brown went and won a championship, I'm sure
As the
that would
finals
be then.
MVP?
Yeah, I'm sure that would be his new favorite season. If Jaylen Brown was a number one option, whatever, for a whole year, won a championship, that would be his new favorite season. I'm pretty sure.
Did we ever think that maybe it was his favorite season because his boy was able to come back and play with him? That his boy overcame. Why you're assuming all these other things about him? A person that none of us know. Like, we don't know what happened in his life. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things in for instance, like for some players, it's like, oh, this was my favorite player. This is my favorite season because, hey, my wife had a baby that year. And you know what I'm saying? And I overcame this, or overcame that. Or one of my friends got sick and got healthy, and I love that. And I overcame this, overcame that. Like, I don't think it's his favorite season because Jason Tatum wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's his favorite season because he was top 5 MVP for the first time in his life. It was his favorite season because he was in conversation.
And what's wrong with that?
So many things are wrong with that. Number one, he had no point in this season was he a top 5
Depends
player.
on he has a problem with everything gimmick today. Oh
Absolutely.
my goodness.
This shit is ridiculous.
Dylan Harper passed the ball instead of dribbling. Jaylen Brown enjoyed being a top 5 MVP. God damn, it's not that deep.
He averaged more
It's
points,
a team
rebounds,
sport,
and
Mars.
assists.
It's not fucking tennis.
And he said his
were the
individual
second
favorite season.
seed.
His favorite season. God damn.
And they were the second seed in the East.
Individual, his
had
favorite
guys,
season.
and-
He ain't
and
saying it's the best season in Celtics history. He ain't saying it's the best season the franchise
most
ever
fun that
had.
I've had.
He said his favorite season
the
for
most
him as an
fun that I
individual
had.
was this. And here we are complaining about what he prefers. How dare you prefer?
Do you think this was Scottie's favorite season of his career?
God damn.
Yeah, this is the most playoff success he's ever had. This is the most team success he's ever had. And by the way, he averaged 18 points per game.
But
Which
it
is
can't be
probably
because
who
he
he
averaged 18 points per game. Keep that out of it because that's selfish.
No, I'm telling you that it's
Well,
not
that's
because
selfish.
he averaged 18 points per game.
Worrying about 18.
His
but you
team
brought it up.
succeeded the most. This is they won 2 playoff games in his rookie season.
Yep.
Okay. This team
And he run 3 this
and,
time.
And I can guarantee you this was his favorite season, by the way.
How can
Like,
you
he's-
guarantee that?
He asked him. When he heard what Jaylen
No,
Brown
how can
said,
you
he went and
guarantee
asked
that?
Trey Barnes. He went and asked him.
Yo, I'm finna move on to the next
No,
super
wait,
chat.
Ron, hold on. You let him get this bullshit off. Let's finish. How can you guarantee that?
Can I tell you offline how I can guarantee that?
No, online or nothing.
It
I
sounds
told
like
you, he
it
asked him.
sounds
I
to me like
told you. He saw what
Online or
Jaylen Brown
nothing.
said and he went and asked him.
Spit it out.
I'm not messy like that.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
But this was his favorite season.
what happened.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna spill the beans,
Oh,
then get your ass out.
man. What are you doing?
All right, come on. You can guarantee what?
I think
As you were
anybody's
saying,
allowed
Penn,
to have
I
their
said I
own
can guarantee
favorite
this was his
seasons,
favorite season, but that's because of team success. That's because his team was together. His team
How
played
could
closest.
your favorite season be a first round exit? How dare you? That's loser shit.
He's
But he
never
doesn't
won a
have anything
championship.
but a
You should-
first round
you
exit.
should-
to be
No,
fair.
you
He doesn't
should-
have
you
anything
should
but first round
He
exits.
should wait.
The
Well, yeah,
last
well,
two seasons
that's
have been
loser
lottery-
shit. That's
lottery
loser
seasons.
shit. That's loser shit. He should wait till he wins a championship, and that should be his favorite. He shouldn't have a favorite anything until he wins a championship.
All right, y'all.
Apparently,
The next
I'm on a
super
gimmick,
chat.
but okay.
The next super chat is from T Money.
I'm tired of loser shit.
T Money said, "I'm a diehard Magic fan. Been so since Penny and Shaq. If I was the Magic front office, I would trade Franz Wagner and Suggs for Ja Morant. Big three of Paolo Banchero, Ja, and Bane. What do y'all think?"
I think you're on
You just
crack.
I'm
trying
not
to
trading
get
my
worse.
best player for John Morant. I'm not trading my best player for John
You're
Morant.
just trying to get worse.
I do want to see Ja Morant and
I'm
Anthony
also
Edwards.
not trying to just bring the Grizzlies back together. What the hell? Might as well go
That's what that sounds like.
trade Paolo for Jaren Jackson. Shit, just bring get the whole crew back together.
Well, they were there. Both Ja and Jaren Jackson were at the game.
Just move him back. Just move him to the Eastern Conference. I guess. Yeah, maybe we might win.
I want
something
to
in the
see.
East. I don't know.
I want to see Ja and Ant get together though for sure, or him as I. But it'd be hard for
That's
New
what
Orleans.
I would like that.
Y'all just want. Never mind.
Yeah. I want the strip clubs to be lit in the
Yeah, you want
motherfucker
some
wherever
sick
he go.
shit.
For sure. But Ja can handle it. I think I think Ja got a bad rep for the last couple of years, which he rightfully deserved, but he also deserved a second chance. So shit, I want
bad
to
this
see
year,
him. I
man.
can.
God damn.
He got a second chance.
If
He
Ja
deserves
a third chance.
If
He got a third
Ja
chance.
goes somewhere, his daddy got to stay wherever he at.
Yeah.
His daddy can't come.
Ox, I've been telling y'all T Morant need to get his ass off the motherfucking sideline with them big ass earrings and shit. Get your ass off the sideline trying to look like Usher. I would tell his ass off the rip. I don't give a shit. Go sit your ass in the stands. I would make sure
why does he have to sit his ass in the stands?
He got to go sit where they put Tyrese Pops at. Where they put Tyrese Pops at,
Okay,
that's
they
where they
put
got to go
Tyrese
sit.
Pops
Yeah.
up because Tyrese
Hold on.
Pops is wild as hell. That's why.
Ja
Because he on the
can
floor.
too.
He never did nothing like that. And on top of
Wasn't he
that,
beefing with Shannon Sharp?
Man, Ja.
Shannon Sharp's not.
Yeah,
it's
so
not
we
the
do my ain't
default.
nothing like that.
He was going to put the pause on Shannon, huh? I forgot
Yeah,
about
come
that.
on.
I don't ever
Yeah,
remember.
Yeah,
him
he was out there
beefing with
beefing
Shannon.
with
Yeah, not sure. He was going to put the pause on
Shannon
Shannon.
Sharp doesn't play for the Milwaukee Bucks.
T looked like Ja homeboy instead of his dad coming to the game with him baggy ass sagging his pants and shit, looking like, come on, bro, you can't.
What am I supposed to look like though? I'm actually living vicariously through my son. Let's be clear about that.
you ain't
I'm
supposed to be
100%.
That's the issue.
I'm
That's the
living
issue.
vicariously
You living
through my
vicariously
son.
through your child. That's the
And
problem.
on top of me living vicariously through my son, we discussed that. I'm going to the
we
NBA Pops and I'm taking you with me.
all right,
I'm
well,
going to the
How
NBA
many
Dad
fathers
and I'm
live
taking you
vicariously through their
100% with
sons?
me.
you know what
Too
I'm
many,
discussing?
Pin. Too many.
I'm
You know
going
what
to
I'm-
the league and I'm taking you with me, Dad.
You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
discussing with T as an ownership group? I'm gonna say, T, look, T, I'm only gonna tell your ass one time. Get your ass in the midsection of the stadium and sit down. I'm not finna have you up here running around.
Really, go get one of these booths.
Yeah, bro, go get
That's
you
what
a
I'm
suite,
saying.
bro. We'll pay for your drunk ass to have a suite every day too. But like for you to sit on courtside and be running up and down, man, sit your ass down. Your son already be doing all them crazy ass celebrations and shit. We gotta live with that. We can't live with both. So sit your ass down, T. Ain't no big deal. You coming up. I wasn't tripping on him until he came to the game with them big ass earrings on. Then I'm like, come on, bro, you doing too much. you tripping out. Like you give him an inch, he take a mile. Everything was cool, chill, until he put them big ass earrings on. He got the shades like Usher and all that shit. He started laughing. Motherfucker said, "You look like Usher." He said, "Thank you." I thought that shit was weird. Motherfucker said, "Thank you." Like, what you mean, thank you? But when he put them big ass earrings on, I was over with. It was over with. It's finished.
It looked like T Morant had an issue. It looked like T Morant and him got into it on the sideline because both Shannon got into it with, I don't know,
Dylan
with
Brooks?
with Dylan Brooks. And it spilled over onto the sideline because Steven Adams comes over and T Morant, who also ain't got nothing to do with this, he gets involved in it, and now it turns into something completely different. So
Exactly, chill. He need to mind his business. You ain't on the team. What you
You're
jumping
right.
in for?
Shannon
Sit
need to
your
mind
ass
his
down.
business before
Both
T
of them.
Morant sits him down.
Both of them need to mind their business, Teron. You right. Both of them. Two grown ass men. Let these boys handle their business.
The nightclub was almost non-existent thanks to T Morant. But all right, y'all, we got another super chat from FYTB, Jay Sean. You guys know Jay. Fuck is you talking about, Jay? He was up here yesterday. He might be here tomorrow. He's one of the biggest Knicks fans that you guys know. Jay said 76ers in what? Fuck you talking about. Knicks put beats on them boys. Bet OG better than PG on both sides. Looks pretty convincing last night. Shout out Mikhail. Did a great job guarding Maxey in space. Go New York. Go.
Shout out, Jay.
Luckily, you got to be. It's a good thing you got to beat the team 4 times as opposed to once.
Facts.
That's a good thing. The fact that you.
I mean, I'd be confident if I'm the Knicks, to be fair.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But I'm also one who remembers that the Miami Heat lost to the Chicago Bulls in Game 1 in the East Finals by 20. And if I would have came up here and told y'all dudes
2011?
the Bulls ain't winning another game in this series, y'all dudes would have got me off this show. If I would have came up here and told y'all after Chicago smoked them dudes in Game 1 by 20, yo, they ain't winning another game in this series. Hell no, y'all ain't trying to hear that. Now, am I saying that the Knicks ain't winning another game in this series? Not going that far.
To be fair,
But-
that year you look at the Bulls beat the Heat every time, and then they matched up in the playoffs and they win by 20 first game. There probably was a bunch of people saying the Bulls just have their number.
Maybe.
I don't think they had logical reasoning behind it at the time. Now, obviously, the next 4 games obviously went wrong, but they had a reason.
Horribly wrong, by the way. So
Yeah, Derrick Rose got shut down.
Eric Espinoza said the lack of a power forward is coming to haunt us in this series, and we don't really have an answer for Julius Randle. I'm curious to see if they use Carter Bryant more for this match and throw in Wemby from time to time. Go Spurs, go.
I don't
can
think
do
you want to
that.
put Wemby on Randle. I don't think
No.
that makes sense.
which, by the way, Randall did a good job on Wemby yesterday, too. I thought he did a good job in closing his
As he's
space.
been doing all year.
Yes, I thought he did a good job on him. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw the issues of Wemby's just like self-creation. It was the thing that we spoke about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just when someone's able to leverage their strength against them, you get knocked off balance, whatever the case may be. And if you make him a jump shooter, you kind of live with the results. Now, I wouldn't be surprised game 2 he comes out and make 4 threes, but I still wouldn't overreact if I'm the Wolves, and I don't think they will. If Wemby's shooting 7, 8, 9 threes a game, that's good.
Knock yourself out,
Yeah,
sir.
that's good.
Well, even if you hit 6 of them, go ahead, keep shooting it.
Yeah, I think sometimes we forget that Julius Randle is a decent basketball player.
He better than decent.
I ain't never forgot.
I know.
He
Too.
better
I
than
mean,
decent.
you know how I am on Julius, but I gotta
Yeah.
take it slow. Gotta take it slow with Julius.
Yeah, is he better than Wemby?
No, he's not better than Wemby, Mars.
He was better.
No,
he was
he
better
is not.
last night.
Mm-hmm.
Or he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
I still don't think Julius Randle had that good of a game. to be
Sorry.
fair.
He didn't. He
Neither did
scored
Wemby.
late though. He scored late though.
Neither did Wemby.
He missed some shots.
He could have had 21 blocks. You ever
He
heard of
missed some
Hassan
shots
Whiteside?
that I thought that he missed some shots that he usually makes. That mid post, that step back right underneath the free throw line. He missed a couple of those. He missed some bunnies around the rim, and his finishing at the rim has not been good this postseason. By the way,
I'm talking about Croissant. You talking about Croissant Bradley?
No, I'm talking about.
You talking about Ratatouille Whiteside? That's what you talking about.
I'm talking about Julius. I'm talking about Julius.
You talking about Ratatouille Whiteside? You talking about?
I don't
Yo.
think he was terrible.
You a real this hate on Wemby gimmick from you a real talk is getting
Ratatouille
old.
Whiteside is elite. I'm not gonna lie. Ratatouille Whiteside is elite.
You started this though, Ron, with the he the best on the planet. You started that. I just want to know. This is your man, and you started that with he the best in the world shit.
Well, maybe, just maybe, Chill. Did you ever come to think maybe Rudy Gobert, what does Damo call him?
Baguette Biombo.
Baguette Biombo might just be the best in the world stopper.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Rudy's PR about to go. I'll say that if Rudy manages to go on a run where he locks up Jokic, locks up Wemby, and then makes life difficult for Shea as well,
I don't want to hit none of your shit. I don't want to
might
hear
be
your
an
shit, Ron.
all-time
I don't.
defensive
Right.
I don't want to hear
Right.
your shit,
It's
Ron.
too late for that
You
shit,
the same
Jill.
one that
It's
jumped
too late
on
for
me
that
when I
shit.
talk. I don't want to hear your shit.
It's too late
You
for that
guys
shit,
do
Ron.
know Rudy is
Hold on
going
that.
to get fried in game 2 and 3.
Why?
we'll see.
All right.
Why, Ron? Why?
All right.
This the best Rudy's PR.
How is he
ever
getting
been.
fried,
We'll just say
Ron?
that. This is the
Victor
best Rudy's
Wembanyama's
Give us
not
legit
going
logic.
because he's not. What do you mean? Give it legit logic.
me
Is
legit
that
logic.
is that Victor Wembanyama doesn't shoot 5 for 17 again?
Law of
That is
averages,
the
man.
that
That's the
is
logic,
legitimately
law
the
of
logic. Like those shots are going to go in. And we've consistently seen that for his career. Like
They probably said
we
the
know
same shit about Derek White.
If he
this year.
goes
That shit-
1
them
for
shit never
8,
started going
if
in.
he goes 1 for 8 from 3 last night, they win the game.
Oh yeah, that's how basketball works. Man.
I'm not even talking about the win the game shit. I'm just talking about Wemby getting busy. I'm strictly talking about Wemby frying Rudy Gobert like he has done before.
When is he fried him, Ron? When? Give me legit logic when he fried
He's giving him a couple highlight plays. The sham goals.
When does he fried
Like,
him,
he's
Ron?
giving him a
Because I
couple
think he's
highlights.
averaging like 19 or 20 a game
Yeah, right.
against Rudy for his career. Something like that.
Is he shooting 0 for 8? Is he shooting 0 for 8 from 3 on his career?
Whether he's shooting
Every game?
0 for 8,
Every game?
That's not the no, because this is what you're doing. You're deflecting now. Stay focused.
I'm not
Ron.
deflecting.
Yes,
You
Ron.
asked.
When has he fried him, Ron? When has he bust his ass like what
All right.
Joker has done? When has he put 45 and 20 on him? When has he put 50 and 20
Victor
on him? When
Wembanyama
has he
has
done that? He
averaged
hasn't.
22.6
He has never done that.
and 9.4 rebounds in 8 games versus Rudy Gobert.
One more
He's put
time,
up
Penn.
He's averaging, okay, I'm going to round up, 23 points and 10 rebounds.
That's not frying him.
That's literally what he averages on the year.
That's not frying him.
That's what he averages on
Chill.
the year.
That's not
He
frying
fried the
him.
NBA
Hang on,
averaging
hang
24
He's
and
giving
10.
him 34. He's giving him 29. He's giving him 29. He's giving him 23. He's giving him 20.
That was this season.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay. That
Yeah,
was this
if
season.
he averages 23 and you
17,
read off
17,
24,
and
29, 29,
17,
Wait, what'd
that
you
means
say?
you're still giving him 11.
He's also
You said
giving him
12?
17, and then 12.
And
But
yeah.
he's also giving him 34,
11
29. Yeah.
Yep. And 11
There you go.
yesterday.
All right.
And the 17.
I'll be back.
And
I'll be
so
back
when
on
he shot
Thursday,
against him, he
screaming
shot
at the
40
top of my lungs on Thursday.
He has shot
Vi-
worse against him. I will give you that. He shot
Absolutely.
45% from the field and 30% from 3 on his career.
7 for
But-
28, by the way.
I don't know why we're
13
like,
for 30
and I'm not saying you guys are overreacting because I
When that 34
pers-
game, he took 34 shots. I mean, he took 30 shots.
y'all probably should have came up here and been a little bit louder about Victor Wembanyama's awful shooting performance last night. But we all know Victor Wembanyama is very similar to the Celtics. All right, I bring this up a lot. There's going to be games where he is scorching hot, and then there's going to be games like last night where he goes 0 for 8. I promise you, this is probably going to be his worst game of the series. We're not going to see him go 5 for 17. We're not going to see him go 0 for 8 from 3, and he's not going to finish with 11 points. The rest of the series is probably going to be 20 and more.
Maybe so, Ron. But
That's a
we shouldn't have
reasonable
been
assumption.
louder, though. Like, we shouldn't have been louder about Victor Wembanyama not shooting the ball very well yesterday. I mean, that's not. I mean, we do that up here a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened with Jokic? We got that swiper. When what happened with Kawhi? We jumped on me like big.
SGA too. Remember SGA
do
after that first game?
I don't remember.
They
We do that
wanted
shit.
wanted us to
do
you
that-
know. Remember they was
we do
like
that shit. We do that shit for fun sometimes. It's cool and all, but nobody's up here praying on Victor Wembanyama's downfall. Like we're not just gonna come up here. Oh, Victor sucks. Oh my god. Like no, that's not really.
nah. We're just gonna call him Ratatouille Whiteside, and that's it.
Yeah, I just trying to be funny, trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I think it was.
And plus, and with that being said, though, Ron, I do think that his blocks and defense is hyped, just like Hassan Whiteside's was. I do. I 100% feel that way. And y'all know I feel that way.
like-
But
I
that's
feel like-
that's
I
not
mean,
me
I feel
praying
like
on his
that-
downfall, though. Like,
disrespectful.
not at
I
all.
feel like
You call it what you
disrespectful.
want. I don't give a shit. Y'all think it's disrespectful? Fine. I think it's the truth. And
I mean, it's
but
funny,
it's not.
but it's wrong.
It's not.
You could be funny
You
and wrong.
don't know if it's wrong.
Disrespectful and wrong.
You are no longer the authority on right and wrong. Okay.
I love that.
So what I'm saying is
When
I
was
just
I?
I never. But you don't
you
know
said I
that.
was
That's
no
the
longer.
problem. But I'm telling you because you don't know that. So just wanted to remind you.
You putting Victor
But
Wembanyama in Hassan Whiteside talks, and you telling me I'm not the authority.
Like I'm saying, I feel like his defense is overhyped, and that's not
Man,
me
you weird.
praying on his downfall. That's okay. I'm not. That's not praying on his downfall. That's just me saying what I think about his basketball. You know what I'm saying? No big deal.
I feel like even though Wemby didn't play well on offense last night, brother, he still had one of the biggest impacts on the game. Regardless, like I don't think we need to.
Yeah,
come up
12
here
blocks.
and
Let's
talk
cut the
trash.
shit. Let's
Yeah,
not act
like-
like he
Like,
blocked
bro,
12.
his impact on the game was much bigger than what he could do on offense. So it's just like it is what it is. But
but his offense was still egregious.
it was, but that's totally fine. The physicality.
He didn't play like he didn't play like a best player in the world caliber player.
Don't you think it's difficult to kind of go up against the guy that you number one has known your game probably better than anybody? He's been watching you since you were 15, 16 years old. You came up with him. You play on the French national team. You practice against him. And he's also one of the greatest defenders of all time. Like, this guy got a major psychological edge.
I don't think that should have to do with it.
I don't. Pin, you lost me on that one too, because you still got to lace him up and go hoop.
No.
You could be out there. Hey, Braun could be out there hooping against Bronny.
That's not the point. That's not the point at all. I'm saying when you intimately know another guy's game, you know that their weaknesses and
I don't even think he know his game for real. Like, I think you overblowing that Wemby Gobert relationship shit.
Everybody scouts Wemby. Like we've all seen him play.
Was a total different player when Gobert first met him. He was totally different. He's not the same Wemby. So it's like
understanding first of all, these dudes are close off the court. So
how would you know that?
They play chess together.
Oh my God.
How would you know that?
But this is an era where a lot of these guys are close. You know, like
these are guys.
A lot of players have good relationships.
They played on the same team. They went through an entire Olympics run together. Okay, so if I understand you as a person, I know what your buttons are. Okay, sometimes the best opposition for you is your ex-teammate. This is a big reason why I believe that the worst matchup for Scottie Barnes every year is OG Anunoby. He just knows his game because they came up together. They played practices against each other. You scrimmage with each other. No, like
so what about Scottie and Cade?
That's always tough too. Too. You know. Yeah. But they were together in high school. Like Scottie and OG, they played like 3 years together in the pros. That's different.
Wemby was 15.
Okay, first of all, Wemby was 16, and from 16 to 22, they have played summers together. They have developed together. They have overlapping trainers. Like they work together on the national team every summer. They practice.
Is it ridiculous to say I grew up with this dude? Is it ridiculous to say?
It's not ridiculous at all.
How many Americans have the same story? How many Americans play FIBA?
And they grew up with these guys, and they cool with these dudes.
And no one is saying that those Americans wouldn't have an advantage playing someone that they've already played 1,000 times.
Ben, I could also say that vice versa too, though. Like, I know how you're gonna guard me. I know the advantages that I have when I have the ball. I know the advantages off the ball. I know how you like to play people. I know your strengths. I know your weaknesses. So you can also say it's twofold. Like, yeah, you might know me, but I know you too.
Everyone on earth knows Rudy Gobert's offensive weaknesses. That is not a help.
I'm talking about defense. No, I'm talking about on defense when Rudy's guarding Vic.
I think if you're talking about who is a more incomplete player or who's more schemable or who would the scout help on more, it's really Wemby. Because Wemby is younger, he's less experienced. And I just think that like there's a psychological edge when you going up against someone that you grew up admiring. You have to think about this also from the perspective that Rudy Gobert is probably he's definitely the best French center of all time. Wemby grew up as a kid. Is he not the best French center of all time? Am I missing somebody? Am I crazy?
No, it's Wemby.
Oh, Wemby now. But historically, we're talking about a 4-time DPOY. We're also talking about
3 French centers.
Shout out Clint Capella.
Respect Boris Diaw, small ball fat.
Okay. My point is, like, there has to be a reverence factor here. You have to also factor in that for the majority of Wemby's life, he's looked up to this guy. That's a pathway forward for me. Nobody at 15 years old knows for sure they're going to go number 1 overall or whatever. So this is still a guy that you're modeling after, just like young kids today in Serbia are looking up to Jokic, and playing against him is a psychological thing too. So I'm just saying, like, I understand sometimes I'll say something that's like, why is he talking about a psychological edge of going up against the guy that you've been looking up to your whole life? But there is a psychological edge to that, especially when that guy knows your game probably better than anybody in the league.
Also, shout out to Mustafa Fall. That's the best French center of all time. Shout out Big Moose. Better than the Moose that you will ever praise, Morris. Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. Hell of a game last night. Wemby's shots weren't falling, but he put on a defensive masterclass." Would you look at that?
No, he didn't.
Hakeem would be proud. Shout out to Ant for playing. Couldn't have been easy. Hashtag discipline.
Great shot blocker. Incredible shot blocker. Absolutely.
Who?
Wemby.
Wemby.
Incredible shot blocker.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with him? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of blocks.
I just wonder, Ron, because again, I'm a little bit older than a lot of the people up here. In fact, all of y'all up here. But I mean, I remember when Dikembe Mutombo as a rookie had 10 blocks against the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and we wasn't tripping on him. I mean, I remember when Duncan had 8 blocks in the playoffs. I remember Shaq set the record for blocks in the NBA Finals, and we wasn't calling Shaq the best defensive player in NBA history. I mean,
because he wasn't. Right.
And that's the point that I'm making. And the reason why he wasn't was because he had work to do. There was still stuff that he needed to do when even as a rookie, when he blocked 15 shots. We wasn't saying Shaq is the best defensive player in NBA history. No, we were saying that, this guy could be a force defensively. I think we're trying to turn Wemby into something that he isn't yet, to confirm what we think about him.
Okay, Wemby is.
I think that he's going to be.
Okay.
Arguably, I think he's going. When we're talking about Wemby as a defender, I think when this thing is done, if we stay on this trajectory, I think Wemby is going to be arguably, when he learns the other aspects of defense, I think we're going to have a real conversation about him being the best.
He already does so many amazing things defensively.
Yes, he does, but he also has a lot of flaws defensively. But the point that I'm making is, no, that's not true. I feel like once he learns to play defense, and the game slows down for him, and he understands a lot more, I think we're going to have a real conversation about him being the best defensive player in NBA history. I think people are trying to turn him into that right now, and he's not that. He is fucking awesome as a defender. I'm not saying that he's not.
He's not the best ever.
He's not, but I 100% think that if he continues on his trajectory and gets better in those other aspects.
Who has peaked higher than this before the age of 25?
Bill Russell.
Not just Bill Russell. Not just
it's Bill Russell. Bill Russell. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, so Bill Russell for his era. But Bill Russell is not doing that in this era.
Well, he's dead, so I don't care what he would do today.
Well, first of all,
Mars, I don't know anybody who's higher on the combination of Shaq peak and Bill Russell than you. Okay, those
is this what we doing? Wemby, you think Wemby, this is his peak at 22 years old? Like,
no,
this is
of course, I don't think that's.
So why we
right now?
I came up here last year and I said this is 40% of Wemby. Y'all gonna get more.
And that's my point.
Okay,
so
that doesn't mean that right now he's still not one of the best ever.
Like, okay, 100%.
So this is what I'll ask.
I just don't think he's the best.
That's it.
Mars, pick whatever year in your mind is Tim Duncan's peak defensively. Whatever year of your mind is Shaq's peak defensively. Whatever year in your mind,
I think he's better than Shaq.
I think he's a better defender than Shaq. Yes.
So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whatever year you peak, like whatever year
I think
you
Shaq's
pick
best
as the
year
peak
was
of all these
2001.
all-time defenders,
Mutombo,
Alonzo, Shaq, all these dudes, Ewing, whoever the hell you want to put in these conversations, and then put Wemby right now and assume he never gets better. He not top 3 defender, top 4 defender peak of all time right now.
No,
this is not a top 4 peak.
To me, he's not better than Bill Russell, Hakeem, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, David Robinson,
Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman.
Please, God.
Ben Wallace.
I don't think he.
This has to be a gimmick.
No, it's not.
I mean, you can call it what you want.
Look, man, this is
Ben
one of the most
shout out to Nerd because I went on their channel and I actually did this. I did the best defensive peaks ever. I did this on their channel. So go watch it if you haven't.
Sure.
I didn't have Wemby in my top 10, and I don't feel wrong for not having him in my top 10. I that's not a knock on him. I had him in my honorable mentions, which means I have him top 15-ish, and he's in year 3. So that says a lot about where he can potentially go. But yeah, I don't think he's a better defender than Rudy Gobert was. I don't think he was a better defender.
21 Rudy Gobert is better than this version.
I don't think he's a better defender than Ben Wallace was. I don't think he's a better defender than Draymond Green was. I don't think he's a better defender than those guys. But there's nothing wrong with that because he's the best defender in the league today, and he has so much room to grow. And if he does get to that level, yeah, he can crack into the top 5. I don't think he'll ever be better than Bill Russell because I do relative to error. I don't think he ever will be, but maybe he will be. Who knows? But the fact that he's already a top 15, top 16, 17, just say 20 for the sake of argument, the fact that he's already one of the 20 best defenders to ever exist and he's in year 3, that should be praised. The fact that he's the best defender in the league and he's in year 3, that should be praised. But I don't need to say he's better than Hakeem. I don't think he's a better defender than Hakeem was. I don't think he's a better defender than David Robinson was. I don't. But that doesn't mean he can't get there. I think he's the 3rd best Spur defender ever. Like, Shout out to him. He's top 3 in the Spurs. And even then, if I want to show love to Kawhi, maybe he's 4th. But no, he's 3rd. Like, that to me, he's 3rd. So there's nothing wrong with that. He's 23, 22.
22.
Like,
He just turned
fine.
22 in January.
He's fine. Like, he'll be fine. I don't need to say he's better than these guys. I don't think he's better than yet. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. He's still amazing.
And this is the point, Penn, that I'm making about the fact that he thinks that he's going to be that eventually. If it ended today, he isn't that. And we're trying to make him into that. And he's not there yet.
But he's still so good defensively.
But he's
he might be the best player in the world. Like, I don't know how good he is defensively.
That's where I'm at with it too, Mars. Like, I don't have you guys ever heard me compare Wemby to any other historical defender?
Not that I remember.
I don't do that with Wemby. I just strictly talk about his, associates who he's in the league with right now. Right. And I think Wemby is like by far, you guys have heard me have defensive conversations and just completely leave Wemby out of it. That's where I'm at with Wemby. There's such a gap in the league to me with him and everybody else, with how good he is and how he impacts the defensive side of the ball. That's where I give him his credit. Historically, though, Chill, you're right. He does have work he has to put in. He probably has to get a couple more DPOYs. He has to do this for a few more seasons and all of that.
Not even on the
I'll
accolades
give you that,
thing, Ron. I'm not. Let's take the accolades thing off the table. Even though I do care about accolades, but just him as a defender, there's things that he's got to get better at. He's got to be a better rebounder. Okay. In addition to being a better rebounder, he's got to be better in the post as a defender. Now, we don't have many guys that play in the post a lot, but Wemby's post defense can improve. One of the main reasons why he's not as good of a rebounder is because he blocks as many shots and he gets pushed underneath the basket. That's a problem. So he needs to position himself better. These are things that he can improve on as a defender. He needs to improve on once he gets switched on. As a perimeter defender, he can improve at that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that Wemby needs to be a perfect basketball player. No, but what I'm listening to consistently is how people are telling me today, because of how awesome he is as a shot blocker, that now means he's an all-around awesome defender. No, he isn't. He is not.
I do think, though, Wemby gets underrated in other aspects of the game just because the shot blocking.
Okay, first of all, he just averaged 19 rebounds per 100 possessions. 19. Okay. Hakeem never touched 19.
Mm-hmm. Hakeem also led the league.
I think he might be the best defensive rebounder in the league. I don't really have a problem.
I think it's Jokic, and I know that sounds ridiculous to you guys, but I do. I think Jokic.
It's not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think he's amazing.
You're saying he needs
I just think Wemby might be the best.
Be a better rebounder, and I'm telling you, he's already one of the best rebounders. He's the best shot blocker and best rebounder, and probably the most scary rim deterrent in the league currently. Now, could he get better? Yeah, sure. He can get a little bit better. He also gets crazy deflections. He's also insanely smart.
Mm-hmm.
He covers space like no other defender in NBA history.
Until he runs up on a guy who you actually see him play defense, and I see a difference between these two. Now, I'm not saying that Rudy Gobert is. There's a difference between these two guys.
Oh, there is not. You guys will come up here and hype the shit out of Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Oh my God.
There's a difference between these two guys.
So we hype Rudy,
they're not the
same
same person. Yeah, they're not the same person.
No,
I agree.
I guess both is true.
I think both can be true, Ron.
I guess both is true.
Do you think that Wemby is a better defender right now than Miami Bron?
No.
Ox.
No, I don't.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick.
Ox what? Ox what, Ron?
Okay.
We didn't have to do this.
No.
What? Ask
we
a
don't
question.
have time. We don't have time for that. I got Wemby over Braun.
No.
No, this is. You know what? This is a gimmick. This is a gimmick. I'm in the Matrix, and this is a gimmick. I am watching legitimately one of the best defensive peaks I have ever seen in my life, and instead of appreciating it, we're putting David Robinson over him. We're putting Miami LeBron over him. My God.
Penn, do you have any idea how good Dave Robinson was? As
David Robinson was.
Chill. I'm a little bit older than Mark. Yeah, I know how good. I know how good a defender that David Robinson was.
Because I got my ass kicked by David Robinson in the Western Conference Championship. Does not indicate what kind of defender I actually
David Robinson was an awesome defender, but
he was better than that, Penn.
Everything
way better than that.
Oh my God, chill. Everything you're saying about Wemby could also be said about David Robinson. He also got moved off his spot as a post defender. He was also
post players. Not wings.
Okay, but
by bigs, legit bigs. Ewing, Lajuan, Lonzo Mourning, Shaq, Biggs,
Charles Barkley,
Malone, Legit
Barkley,
bigs.
6'5", Charles Barkley,
6'6".
moving him up. Okay, I'm gonna trust Charles Barkley on telling me his own height, but whatever.
Charles Barkley will bully Victor Wembanyama. So what are you talking about? No. What are you talking about?
A low center of gravity.
Charles Barkley will absolutely bully.
David Robinson was still a really good poster for
Victor Wembanyama.
We get into this like the reason that I resent these conversations, because sometimes we get into this very like nitpicky way of like saying this is what this guy can't do, so he's not better than this guy who also can't do 500 things that I'm forgetting about conveniently for this conversation. Okay, you just told me he needs to be a better rebounder. I told you he's a better rebounder at this point right now. But per 100 possessions or what? Sure. You want me to say per game? That actually moves it further in his advantage, because Hakeem played in a slower era. Like I'm evening this out for you, and you're saying per 100 possessions.
No, you're
it's
not
an
evening
insult.
it out for him. The reason why you're not evening it out for me is because
Hakeem played more minutes.
No, I think that has a lot to do with it, and playing against different competition at that point.
Hakeem also played closer to the basket. Chill.
Yes.
Defensively, he was not out on the perimeter,
which is what a big man does. Penn. That's what big men do.
Hold on.
In fact, he does.
What are we talking about?
If we're talking straight up defensive rebounding talent, sure. I am telling you with 100% of my chest and my confidence that Victor Wembanyama is a better defensive rebounder than Hakeem Olajuwon.
No way.
Yes way. He is a better defensive rebounder than him.
I'm not buying that.
Okay, you don't have to.
Is it fact now? What I won't argue with is I won't argue with the facts, because if you're telling me that if the data tells you that he is a better defensive rebounder,
my eyes tell me that
in terms of watching the game, because again the data does matter. I'm not going to argue that point, Penn. The data 100% matters. But with that being said, watching the game, watching Hakeem Olajuwon slip blockouts, watching Hakeem Olajuwon position himself as a defensive rebounder, watching Hakeem Olajuwon rebound above the glass, watching Hakeem Olajuwon rebound in traffic, watching Hakeem Olajuwon rebound over big guys, watching Hakeem Olajuwon put the ball underneath his chin and get smaller guys away from him. As a defensive rebounder, I think he clears Wemby as a defensive rebounder.
All right, Penn, I gotta step in. We have a ton of super chats, and I want to make sure that we get a hold of all of these today. So the next super chat is from Leaf Diggy. Leaf said the Wolves played a great game. Wemby had a Ben Wallace line, but Minnesota kept attacking. Pistons won the toughest test so far. Now they get the Cavs, who have Sesame Street characters in their front court. Damn.
That's the same Leaf who still don't want to give the Celtics credit for after they won the NBA championship. He's still calling Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum Scottie Pippen, two Scottie Pippens. He's still doing
But who's the Sesame Street characters? Is it Ernie and Big Bird?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen better than both of them. I don't see how that's an insult, but okay.
I mean,
he said it. He said
Scottie Pippen probably could win the NBA championship, to be honest.
I think so too.
So,
all right. The Spanish Jose TV said, the saying goes, what you hide in the season will be exposed in the playoffs. And I've been saying all season, we need a power forward. Randall and Nas was a difficult task in the paint. And Mitch, you gotta hack a Rudy.
We just talked about that. Yep. Mm-hmm. We just talked about that.
All right.
We're gonna do that too.
Next up, Drink More Water said, I know it was in the middle of round one, but the news of the Bucks hiring Taylor Jenkins just flew by and no one noticed. What are your thoughts on the hire, and do you think he can right the ship?
Giannis still gone.
Mid-ass hire. Like, what the fuck was that mid-ass hire supposed to do for the Bucks?
Giannis is still gone.
The fuck they be just
I seen a tweet that said Taylor Jenkins is like top 10 in coach RAPM. I didn't even know they had impact metrics for coaches.
What the fuck is that, Spurs?
Coach plus minus.
Plus minus.
Yeah, see, coach plus minus. So,
wait, how can you?
No idea how it's calculated. I just seen the tweet. Okay. I didn't look further than that. It was like Taylor Jenkins actually 8th in coach RAPM. I was like, oh, hell of a hire, I guess. So I'm not rooting for him to do a hell of a job to prove RAPM right.
Ox, what I know for a fact is they put that contract in front of Giannis. They're gonna put that contract in front of Giannis like you giving somebody something like, here, sign this, and if you don't, we out. They're not going, big fella, we need you. This is what we're offering. No, it's like, here, sign this. You don't want to sign it, we good.
Y'all think Giannis really leaving when that motherfucker get all his brothers to play on the team? Y'all crazy as hell.
When is this going to happen, Drench? Just so you know, he's been in the league for 12 years now.
Yeah, his brothers play on the team.
We already already got his brother. We got the Nasses on the team. We already tried to get the other one in the G League on the crew. That didn't work.
He's on the team. He was playing at the end of the season.
So
it was a moment they were all three on the court.
He might really retire a buck.
Yeah, he's not finna lead that when he got his brothers hooping with him. You know, and they come from humble beginnings.
Oh, we can't get some other team to put my brothers on.
Hell no, no. I keep telling people the Nassers is a goddamn lawsuit waiting to happen. The moment he clocked somebody upside their head for hitting Giannis, that's premeditated because that motherfucker wasn't on the sideline thinking about basketball. Ain't nowhere in hell. They premeditated that shit. If I was playing in the NBA, if the Nassers came and grabbed me. Lawsuit, chill. I'm winning $40 million. That motherfucker was there the whole time.
I can't work under these conditions. I can't.
Premeditated. That shit is premeditated. Whatever he gonna do to somebody is premeditated because he had no intentions on playing basketball that day. None. So.
All right. Trey Ray sent through $10 and said the Timberwolves are a fascinating team. They can have 20 of the dumbest possessions on offense and still win the game. Also, shout out to the Knicks. They seem to be peaking at the right time.
They do. That offense looks like it's humming. Yes. And shout out to Mike Brown. I think he's doing a great job as a coach. Shout out to Mike Brown.
AB Too Ancient said, I'm going to keep pushing my Jaden McDaniels campaign for y'all boys. Laughing my ass off. That boy's special, man. That boy Fox better come up with a new game plan. Who's guarding Julius Randle?
I think I told you last year, Ron. It was probably last year, like in the middle of the season, that I'm starting to dig Jaden McDaniels more and more as time goes on. And I don't know what his floor is as a bucket getter. I don't. But I do know that in terms of him getting better as a bucket getter, I think he could be a 20 a game, legit 20 a game guy.
So you know why? It's because you were up here and you probably let somebody convince you that Jaden McDaniels couldn't attack an Alperen Sengun closeout and then make the right read when help defense came. Somebody came up here and told you that Jaden McDaniels can't do make simple basketball plays. Maybe you let that influence your opinion on Jaden McDaniels.
Damn.
I told you guys, Jaden McDaniels isn't just a 3-and-D player. That man ain't made a 3 the whole playoffs, and he's still in that game.
By the way,
chill. When somebody
told you he ain't a 3-and-D player.
Chill. When somebody told you that Chris Webber was better than Nikola Jokic, did that influence your opinion of Nikola Jokic?
It did not.
No, it did not. I guess you an independent thinker. I appreciate that.
I do have my own mind. Yes, I do.
King's Ransom 444 said De'Aaron Fox was horrible. He genuinely is not needed on this team. They need to trade him ASAP. The dynasty starts after him. He is a dynasty starts after him type player. Team better without him.
King Ransom,
y'all remember when I came?
He was terrible yesterday. He was.
Okay,
but y'all remember when I came up here and said when they drafted Dylan Harper that Fox was going to be expendable? I
did say that. Yeah, you did say that.
What? I'm like, it's quite obvious what's going to happen, but he did play bad yesterday.
We knew that though, Drench, that Harper is the lead guard in waiting, but not yet.
No, I don't think y'all knew that because when I said that, y'all pushed back like a motherfucker. And
I was like,
I've been here at Harper FC.
It's just like last series though, when Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper have a big game and then they win, it's all, oh my God, we got these two. But then the next game when Dylan Harper has 2 points and De'Aaron Fox
closes the game out,
and De'Aaron Fox has 27
and closes the game.
You know, it's a part of the series. You know how this goes in the playoffs with basketball. One bad game and you're the scum of the earth.
King, King, do me a favor, like stop with the super chats.
Stop with the super chats now.
Stop with the super chats that are subliminal. Just say, yo, I like Dylan Harper more than I like De'Aaron Fox, and I'd rather them move on with Dylan Harper than keep De'Aaron Fox. You ain't got to tell us that he sucked. You ain't got to tell us that he wasn't good because we already know he wasn't good yesterday. Just say that. Say, yo, I would rather move on with Dylan Harper than keep De'Aaron Fox. You would be wrong, but just say that. That way I know which way you're coming from.
I like Dylan Harper more than De'Aaron Fox.
You know what, Mars? And that's fine. I don't agree with you, but that's fine, Mars.
I like Dylan Harper more than Stephon Castle too. But just
now for Dylan Harper, the grass ain't always green on the other side.
It's not.
You get that,
it is
whenever
not.
you get that responsibility and you the point guard now, it's a little bit different. But
is Dylan Harper on the other side? Then the grass is greener there.
You think you can win it with him?
Yep.
With Dylan Harper?
I mean, they might win it this year and Dylan Harper on the team.
I'm talking about
chill.
Take
Hold
Fox
up,
out
chill. Let me frame it back. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. Okay, yeah,
so
that's
Dylan,
where we're going. With
table.
Wemby and Dylan Harper, you run in the league because that is the perfect synergy. You get the right pieces around those guys, you get the right shooters around those guys, you get the right defenders around those guys. This shit is over.
Now
I think Dylan Harper next year will be the second best player on that team.
I was about to say this wrong. I was about to say this, Moss, because there's a difference between you like Harper better than Fox.
Yeah, I said I like him more. It doesn't mean
those two
bad,
things.
I just
those two things are not the same thing, folks. Make sure we clear on that.
He'll be better soon, but I don't think he's better today.
Bro, if Steph Castle is
my bad. I'm running a poll right now. Who's better, Fox or Harper? So my bad. Sorry. The poll is up. You guys go vote on the poll. Like the video as well while you at it.
Ron, it's Cinco de Mayo, Ron. I'm trying to eat as many tacos as I can.
Max, we got places to be, Ron. You gotta speed this up.
I'm trying, y'all. You guys have wanted to debate everything today. No. You guys have wanted to debate everything.
Why we're not hurrying up? See what you want to wait.
Ron, you don't want to put them damn slides up earlier.
Just take the blame.
And you guys wanted to debate the slides. You guys could have just let Penn talk through the slides.
Here we go.
Just take the blame and move on. Let's go.
One thing that can't be debated is whether our members only stream will happen on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And one thing that won't be debated is whether this stream will be fire. The last stream on Sunday, if you missed it, too bad. We're not going to tell you what happened in it. Shout out to Football Breakdown. He is the MVP. But we will be back Thursday. And it will be a hell of a time, boy. Hey, I hope to see you there. And if not, your loss. All right, the next super chat is from Jason A123. Jason said, in the history of b-ball, have we ever seen that much athleticism on the court at one time? As between the Spurs and the Wolves. It was insane.
In the history?
In the history of the NBA, have we ever seen that much athleticism?
Okay, so how good is Kevin Durant in 2012 as an athlete?
Oh, you're talking about Ross, Braun, KD.
We've seen Shaq versus Michael Jordan.
Right.
Nah, that's just two people.
We just talking about athleticism, right?
You just talking about the top two people. You're not talking about the 6-man, 7-man, 8-man.
Penny Hardaway was there. Scottie Pippen was there. Dennis Rodman was there. Those are like
how
and then plumbers.
Oklahoma City. How athletic was that Oklahoma
Firemen
City team?
too.
That was probably one of the more athletic teams in the league at the time.
And then James Wade still was a damn good athlete at that point. Chris Bosh is a really good athlete at his size. You talking about athleticism?
I mean, I seen Jalen Green, Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, Anthony Edwards, and Terrence Shannon all on the court simultaneously. It's a lot of athleticism. It's not just great players. We can just have mid players.
Just athletes.
The best athlete in the series didn't even play.
So I don't know, man.
Carter Bryant.
You got some people out there.
Fizzy Faye Facts said Penn is 100% incorrect. There could have been better options.
Not what he said, Ron. That's not. Read it again, Ron. That's not what he said.
Penn is 100%
correct, Ron.
Correct. There could have been better options.
There absolutely could have been better options.
Actually, when I jumped off when y'all were reading the splash boards, I hit up 3 coaches and I'm just waiting for a response, like NBA coaches. And I want to see if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong,
what did you ask them?
I asked them specifically after 2 seconds of seeing. I'm not actually read it. The fuck did I ask? I want to make sure I get this right.
Would they have called a timeout? Is that basically what you asked?
Yeah, I said should the Spurs. I asked one person, should the Spurs have called the timeout when they saw how disorganized Harper and Wemby were and no one was running? And then, should Mitch have called the timeout when he saw Dylan pass it back to Wemby? Everyone jogging should have.
But they weren't disorganized. And Champagny and Devin Vassell were running. So that's just the question you
It's,
asked.
it's a leading question. It's a leading question, but I am still curious.
It totally is. One person
Right.
did get
We're objecting to that line of
get back to
questioning.
me and they said nope. So they're saying
it's a leading question, but I would still like to know the answer.
I still disagree. Yeah.
Well, one of them said. So why are you asking NBA coaches questions just so they can disagree with you and you can go, oh well, you're wrong then.
I'm not.
I mean, you want to get more perspectives. You want to get more perspectives. You're still allowed to disagree.
I'm allowed to disagree.
Absolutely.
I'll say I'm wrong.
But Mars, the problem with that is you say that like this person is an authority. So I'm gonna ask them because they're an authority and they know more than you guys, and they're gonna agree with me. And as soon as they disagree with you, you're like, oh well, you're still wrong. So why say it like that? Like, oh, NBA coaches.
He just said if they say I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. And then when they said no, I disagree. Like what the like at this point, he just at this point, it's no.
I asked 3. I got 1 no. I might still get 2 yeses. First of all,
exactly. Go away.
You still got me 2 pins, so we'll outnumber these guys once you know.
Yeah, I mean, we got Ron, and we all know he's the best coach up here anyway. But right? Come on, we see how these
is facts.
This is why we don't get out of here now.
We always get out of practice.
Get out of here.
5 minutes late.
I gotta defeat.
We get that flash read. Somewhere
5 minutes.
Look,
all right. So
I'm not saying like if 3 people come back to me and tell me I'm a dumbass, I will think it. I'll think it over 100 times. I will. I'm not someone who's incapable of taking feedback.
What you mean?
No.
All right, we got some new members. Ridge Matic became a member today. T Dilly became a member. Finest 2 times 955. I'll just call you Finest 2. Finest 2 also became a YouTube member. Shout out to those 3. If you're not a member yet, join up. Devin Laguerre sent through $5 and said, this is where the lack of actual ball knowledge shows.
Frank ain't playing no goddamn football. Frank,
absolutely,
you playing football, Frank? Your ass is playing center. That's what Frank ass doing. Talking about he got to go play football. Not in New Jersey. They don't play football in Jersey.
He might be talking about like soccer.
Now he said, "Throw my boy."
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
They spell that one with a U. It's FUT, not FOOT.
He said he gonna show me the footage. Hell nah, Frank.
Nah, I want that footage for sure.
SPC Ghost said, why does he always just assume he knows every player's inner thoughts? Penn watched too many movies.
Damn, kid.
Sure. Cool.
Shout out to the movies. Also, shout out to Spider Gang 56, became a YouTube member, former Hall of Famer, current Hall of Famer. Shout out Spider Gang. Noel Given also became a YouTube member, and Jalen Grisham became a YouTube member too. Salute to you 3. The next super chat I got is from JMO Fit. JMO said, if Cade Cunningham and the Pistons somehow win the finals this year, how high does Cade rank in the rankings of players?
Top 5.
Did we do this last year?
He might be like the 8th best player in the league. I don't think.
Did we do this last year? If the Pacers would have won the NBA championship,
yeah, we did.
We was doing that.
Yeah, I don't think he's better basketball than Shea, Wemby, Jokic, Giannis, Luka. That's 5.
Yeah, it's gonna be debatable with that 5th one you just said. That's why.
To you, you'll have the debate. That's fine. To me, those five are better than him.
He's better than Jaylen Brown.
And then like 6. I don't think he's better than Jason Tatum. So that'd be 6.
Is he better than Scottie Barnes?
Yeah. So to me, like at best he would be.
That's going to hear from Peyton if he thought he was better than Scottie Barnes.
At best he's the 7th best player in the league. I think, in my opinion, at best. Worst, he's probably like 11th or 12th. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, though, in 2 years, those are the 2 best players in the Eastern Conference. I really don't care however you have them.
Unless you do care how we have them, but
I don't care how you have them. I genuinely don't.
Yeah,
I don't. Do you see me fighting back on it? I don't care. I actually said it when Mars asked me about the Cade Scottie thing. I said I'm not fighting against it. I understand. I watch Cade. I appreciate Cade. Cade is awesome. He's a really good basketball player. When you say Cade is better than Scottie, it does not provoke the same reaction in my mind as someone telling me Trae Young or Denny Avdia is better than Scottie. That provokes
Denny
anger.
Avdia is better than Scottie. But
No,
we got to move on, though, y'all.
Anger.
As you were saying, Ron.
I would provoke more anger, but OG Team sent through a $5 super chat and said, I swear Brunson has to prove himself every year and every series. He has a minor slip back this season. All of a sudden, Maxey and Murray are better. LOL.
Damn, that nigga might be Jalen Brunson.
Who said those two are better players than Jalen Brunson?
That nigga look like Jalen Brunson on this picture.
Yes, I do see how slow Embiid looks. That's why they attacked him. That's why they went after him, Mike. Yes, sir.
I think Jalen Brunson suffers from the perpetual second round tax because he was a second round pick, late pick, role player early in his career. People just don't. They have this idea that he's not supposed to be this good, and they're just waiting for it to all fall apart.
Which is ridiculous because he was the best point guard in the country coming out of college.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, man. This year, I tried to give Donovan Mitchell credit. I said he was better than Jalen Brunson.
But
I knew that was wrong when I said it. I don't know why I tried to. See, I tried to be nice to Donovan Mitchell this year. Went against all my bad instincts.
He's hurt, Joe.
As much as you're bored with me, Mars, I am with you too when it comes to this. I'm
because this year I was being nice. I was like, you know what, Donovan Mitchell having a good year. Let me give him credit. Let me put him above Jalen Brunson. Knowing damn well I knew he wasn't better than Jalen Brunson. But I was like, cool, let me give it to him. He having a good year. Now look at him. That's just trash.
Jordan over in the corner, I tried to tell y'all. Me
and Jordan have been more aligned on Donovan Mitchell than people seem to. I'll let him take all the flack for it.
Okay,
but I'm definitely.
If Donovan Mitchell comes out and averages 25 or 30 points against the Pistons defense, that is amazing defense, by the way. I know it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, if it happens.
Donovan Mitchell been averaging 60 in the playoffs for 5 years, and I've never cared. I don't care. Like, you think points per game is what's going to change my opinion on Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, that's not even wild.
Points per game for 7 years? Like,
chill.
Guess what? He's going to do the thing he's been doing for 7 years that I never cared about back then. Now you're going to feel sorry. No, I'm not. Because I've been watching him average 35, and I've been saying the whole time, I don't care.
Can't process the game? Is that it?
No, it's just not. They ain't got nothing to do with
Donovan
it.
Mitchell, man. Shout Donovan Mitchell. I hope you have a good game. I hope you have a good game tonight so that Chill can come up here tomorrow and say he's the best two guard in the league again. And then I'm going to roll my eyes and not be willing to have the conversation. And then I'm going to just watch him lose again in the second round. And then I'm going to roll my eyes. And then God forbid he wins the series. And then Chill's going to be saying he's the best two guard in the league. And then I'm going to roll my eyes. And then he's going to win a championship. And then Chill's going to say he's the best two guard in the league. And then I'm going to roll my eyes because he's not the best two guard in the league. I don't care. There's nothing he's going to do that's going to show me he's the best two guard in the league.
And they're going to lose. By the way, they're going to lose tonight.
Is he better than Jaylen Brown, Mars?
And I'm still going to say, Mars, he's the best two guard in the league.
Yeah, is he better than Jaylen Brown?
Not better than Jaylen Brown.
He sucks. I don't know. All I know is he sucks. I don't care.
Chill. Cade or D. Mitch?
This season, Cade Cunningham. This season.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yes,
Next season too, though. But I feel you.
All right, we got 3 new members. Henry 7 became a member. GGK Mike also became a member. And Team
Untrollified, Ron.
What's Untrollified? Shout
The
out Team
opposite of what Mars is.
Oh, okay. Shout out Team Untrollified. Chill, are you Untrollified?
I am not a troll, so I would not be in that category as being untrollified. You have to be.
No, Chill is not a troll. Okay.
I am not a troll. No, I'm not. I've dabbled in trolling. Okay. I'm not a troll, though. That doesn't make me a troll. No.
Yes, it does.
Ugly Speaks said, Drench, how do you feel about the Rockets playoff exit? Do you think the Rockets should trade KD?
He's passing KD around like a blunt. Let's be clear about that right now. That's what's going on.
I think
passing KD ass around like a blunt.
I mean, that kind of,
the Rockets was disappointing. I think the big
nigga kind of looked like a swisher.
I think the big elephant in the room was obviously Kevin Durant this year. I just think, A, he didn't mesh well with the younger guys on the team. B, I think him playing 78 games and then you get in the playoffs and he don't play, I think that was an issue. But just not having Fred around was an issue. So I wouldn't trade him. But the Rockets just got some serious decisions that they're going to have to make because look like a man's up for $250 million this summer. And that's me. I ain't fucking paying him. I actually would trade his ass. But, I feel like with the Rockets, you can't continue to be in this, temperament where you're in win now situation or win soon situation and then go back to a development situation. Because without Kevin Durant on this team won't make the playoffs. So I wouldn't trade him.
All right, King B99 became a YouTube member. Q6 Vilmatic also joined up as a YouTube member. We got a couple more super chats and then we're going to get up out of here. Super duper B Goat. Super duper DB Goat said, I think we are seeing the best of Wemby unless you tell me he's going to play more minutes. Stay healthy while doing so and put on some muscle.
No, I think he can still just get better in terms of owning his space on offense. His mid-range touch can definitely get a lot better. Defensively, it's crazy because Wemby gets like all of these blocks and he's so far out of position on so many of them. Like if he improves his positioning, his blocks might go down, but his overall like value as a paint presence will be like so much better. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ways in which he can get better, and I think that's what's scary. Is like he's really scratching the surface. So yeah, we'll see. The answer to that is Denny, by the way. That Paolo versus Denny bad driver. It's Denny.
Just without a doubt, too. Leaf Diggy sent through a members chat and said the Pistons won the toughest test. They went in the East. We got the Pistons coming out.
Let's find out.
I think they can beat the Cavs. I don't know if I have them coming out. Their offense is still too limited, but you saw it in spurts in this series. What they can do defensively to teams is like ridiculous. But the Cavs do have better shooting, so you got to obviously adjust for that a little bit. I think it's going to be a good series.
Nims gassed up, sent through a members chat and said, shout out to Uncle Mike Conley. Junior looking like a mismatch. Dub panel. Junior or JR? Julius Randle?
Julius Randle. I thought it was Terrence Randle. Yeah,
it might be Terrence.
No, it would apply to both in my opinion, but I think it's Julius Randle actually. Julius Randle is a mismatch for the Spurs. There's no one who can physically hang with him.
They just be doing bullshit to Wemby too. Wemby ass be trying to sprint in transition. Motherfucker just pushed his ass last game.
That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. No, that's what you gotta do.
No, that's what you gotta do. Because if you let him get comfortable.
Yeah, shit. You can't let him get deep in that paint, man. Hey, you running down the lane, hell yeah, we gonna what the fuck out here.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, shit, you gotta use all the fouls. Shit, I got like my coach used to say, you can't take them home with you. I gotta use every single last one of them. Fuck
that's Ox philosophy right there.
You can't take them joints home with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, that Cricket Cat became a YouTube member. Shout out to Carl Anthony Towns and shout out to the Cricket Cat. Tough Bradley sent through the last members chat of the day and said, Big 33. I want to see a free throw competition between Drummond and Mitchell Robinson.
Troll alert.
Troll alert. Drummond is not bad anymore.
Hey, Ox, I got to tell you something. You too, Ron. Man, I was leaving my studio the other day. Junkie had me shook.
Look,
because it's like downtown, so it's by the train and shit. I'm coming out. It's late. It's probably like it's raining. It's like 5 o'clock. I open the door. She come from around the corner. She said, "You motherfucker." I said, "What the fuck?"
She was waiting on you, Drench.
I closed the door back. I'm like, "Is she trying to come in here?"
Yes.
And then I'm looking at her. I'm like, "Oh, she just bullshitting." So I go out, and she like, "You got me so fucked up," and I'm like. Whoa! What?
Get the fuck on with them people that's
like,
on that diesel. They see
bro,
shit.
Like, what did
I
I
watch
do?
out.
Bro, no, Jordan did something to her.
Better watch out.
Vince probably said something crazy too.
No, I didn't. Bro, I don't even know her. I never seen her before in my life. Bro,
you did. She was getting her get back. You for sure did something to her back in the day.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I'm walking. She steady hollering at me, motherfucker. I'm like, oh. So I try to hurry and go into this little Shake Shack. It's like right down the street. I dip into that joint. She come to the window and she just standing there. And every time I look at her, I can read her lips. She say, "You motherfucker."
She know you, Drench. You owe her some money.
Wait, hold on. Did you go to Shake Shack to get something to eat, or she ran you off the block? Like
she
you was
ran
running?
Me in
She definitely ran him off the block. She 100% ran him off the block.
To go get some tacos, but shit, I had to set up a Shake Shack that day. Boy, I'm like, man, it's some bullshit. I done
bro, you better hire you some security.
Chill. I did some homework for you before you get out of here. I did some real quick homework for you because we were talking about defensive rebounding, right?
Sir.
So I went back and I looked at like some of the best centers in NBA history, and I looked at their top ranked defensive rebounding season per 100 possessions. Here's some. This is not a center, but this is Dennis Rodman at 17.8 in 94-95.
Led the league in
Ridiculous.
rebounding that year.
Rudy Gobert. I'm ordering it down from top to bottom.
Sure.
Rudy Gobert in 2021, 2022, 16.9.
I think he led the league in rebounding that year too, if I'm not mistaken.
Ben Wallace, 2002, 2003, 16.
I don't think he led the league in rebounding, but I think he was in the top 3 that year. I'm sure.
These are some all-time rebounders having their all-time best seasons. Victor Wembanyama this year, 15.9 or 15.6. Then
impressive.
Dwight Howard, again, best season of Dwight's career. Dwight Howard, 15.2 in 2011, 2012. Then Tim Duncan, big drop off, 13.8, 2012, 2013. Patrick Ewing, 13.3 in 92-93. Hakeem Olajuwon at 13, flat, 91-92. And then your cousin, Shaquille O'Neal, all the way at the bottom, 12.7 in 92-93.
Interesting. That was a rookie. Nice.
Yeah, you got to give Wemby credit because he's doing this. He's doing like I guess like my point here was I know sometimes he gets boxed out and we think he needs to become a better defensive rebounder, but he is a hell of a defensive rebounder. Yeah. All right, man.
All right, y'all. It's been fun. It's been real. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Catch you soon.
Later.